Coach's Show here with head coach Eugene Rogers. I'm Rusty Hitt, along with Coach. And Coach coming in off of a game that you played really hard, had a chance for most of that game to get a win. Your defense played really solid against Mesquite Poteet, and I think they only gave up 16 points in the game, and really a lot of those were set up on some turnovers. So they really fought hard and played a really good ball game, I thought.
Yeah, they did. We went into the game with the expectation to win the football game, yeah. And the kids played extremely hard for 3 quarters, and we're just at that point to where we got to put 4 together, yeah. And we're going to continue to diligently work to put 4 quarters together, and we're just expecting it for it to be this week.
Well, it's certainly a good opportunity, I think, for you this week. You guys you've played 3 district games. You've been in every district game. You had a lead last week. You got to Crandall. You got it down to 4, and a team that's really better than anybody probably knew coming into the season. And as Terrell as well. I mean, you're right there in that game. And so, again, it's just a matter of finishing the ball game and having the ability to and the depth, I think, really to get through 4 quarters and be there at the end instead of middle of the third. So
yeah, I'm just trying to get the guys in the community and everybody to understand that we can do it when we put our minds to it, and we just gotta, we gotta be able to do it, play in and play out, and just do it consistently. Yeah. We can do it, but we just have lapses and we lose focus in those games that we fell short. We just got to be consistent at what we do and how we do it.
Well, and I think, really a lot of that comes down to, last week, you go into offensively, I thought, you gave up the pick 6 right off the bat, but the next drive was maybe your best drive of the season. I think you completed a key pass there. You were getting 7-8 yards on first down in great down and distance situations, mm-hmm. to go down and score and get that game tied up. It was really everything you wanted to see, right?
Yes, and the kids performed well. They did what that coaches asked them to do on each play, and again, we're just trying to get that consistency offensively on every drive, and that's what we're looking for, the consistency of doing what you're asked to do on every play.
Well, you're playing your quarterback. He's only a sophomore, and he's learning a lot. He's getting a lot of valuable experience this year under fire, and you see what's going on there. But you've had some opportunities where you've had some negative plays, whether they be the turnovers that we've seen a couple times last game, or in the situations where, losses on plays where mm-hmm. you get it, one first down, you get a good 5 or 6 yard gain, and then, then you're tackled in the backfield. And those, it's hard to overcome those things for a young team, still trying to find its way offensively.
Right. And again, I'll just continue to repeat myself. We have those lapses, and that's because of we are a young team. We have a sophomore quarterback that should be playing JV, and he's doing those JV mistakes, yeah. And things like that would happen in a JV game. But now it's magnified. We're on the varsity stage, and it is what it is. And but he's going to continue to get better each week and be consistent at what we do, and that's what we're striving for.
Well, he's had some really good flashes. I mean, he's shown the ability to make some really pretty throws. He threw a couple of corner outs to Ruiz for touchdowns. He's done a really good job in certain areas getting the ball out. But again, it's just that, as you say, the consistency and adapting to that speed of a varsity game.
I think it's just been a sophomore.
Yep, it happens.
It's just been simply a sophomore, and his his ability level right now and varsity speed, and we're just hoping that, you know, these last 4 games that he'll get up to speed and start to figure it out and compete at the varsity level and know the speed of the game and be able to adjust and move forward.
Well, and it's, you know, obviously it's not one player
Right.
on a team. I mean, you've got in football as much as anything, it's a unit, right? If the offense, there's one player in the offensive line that breaks down, you know, it's a negative play. So it's really incumbent on the whole team for the receivers to run the right routes, to catch the balls, all those kind of things. It really shows up, you know, in that kind of setting with an offense, because it does take all 11 most of the time to have good drives down the field.
It takes all 11 and 12 being the coaching staff, and you know, I'm not one that's going to make excuses or anything like that. We're just going to continue to put our foot forward and work on the things to bring success to the individuals in their positions. And as a unit, we're going to continue to game plan for success and put our best foot forward out there and give them an opportunity to perform, and they get a chance to get that game time experience. And we're just going to see, you know, where the ball bounces and where we go, and from there.
Well, your defense, like I said, has done a good job of giving you that chance. I think you forced, 9 punts, something like that last week in the game, and really did a good job getting off the field and putting you in a situation that to have a chance to score points. And I think you were down 9-7 going into half, and you get the opening kickoff, and Damon Brown, another big play from him. He's pretty good at that, and gets you staked to a lead right there, and all the excitement's going in your direction right then.
Yeah, and we held them off to the third, and again, defensively, you know, I'm proud of the kids, the fight that they had, and executing the game plan that we put forth, and trusting in what we did and what we called, and them trusting in what they see, and they did it, and they played hard. But when you continue to have turnovers after turnovers, and we have to learn how to go back out there and play defense regardless of where the ball is, and make stops. And one of our goals is 0 or 3. We want to kick a field goal, but we don't want touchdowns. Yep. And you know, I'm not pleased with, you know, giving up to 16 points. We had expectations to go in there and shut them out, and we didn't do that. And we're going to go back to the drawing board, and next opportunity, which is game time, is we're going to try to accomplish those goals.
Well, I thought there were some guys that had good games for you, especially on the defensive side. Montre Bush seemed to be very active in the game. Jaden Jones looked like a game. Jerry Escamilla moving back to linebacker. He was really all over the place. He's adapted pretty well to having to do it out of emergency, and he's really taken that on and looked like he was giving you a good job there, filling those holes.
Yeah, I'm proud of those guys, those seniors. Those guys have been the rocks of our defense and of our team. They've been at every practice, and they have demonstrated what a senior should do. I'm proud of them, for Jaden, for hanging in there and doing a great job on the field, and being present for practice and things like that. Escamilla being able to go from defensive end to linebacker and play it at a high level. I'm proud of him and what he's done and not giving up.
Well, I mean, I know it's something to talk about Greenville a little bit. You know, they're struggling. They haven't won a game. So what have you seen when you're watching the tape about how you're going to attack them, what you see might be some things and some ways that might work out for you?
Here's the deal. in preparing for Greenville, and I was just telling somebody this a few minutes ago, but overall, scheme-wise, they are the toughest that I've had to this point.
Really?
And Crandall was the easiest. But I say that to say this. Crandall had the athletes that could do just basic things. Greenville, they do a great job. They scheme-wise, they have a very difficult scheme. They have some option in there. They have some inside zone. They have some outside zone. When they get on the hash, they'll have bunch sets, and they try to do crossing routes and things like that. But what we've done this week, I broke it into categories. We've had pods, different holes to work on stopping certain plays and certain formations and things that they like to do out of that. And our kids have done a great job of recognizing the formations and expecting the plays that they're going to see. So we have continued to put them in a situation to be successful and to stop what they do. So I expect our kids to be sharp, and when they see the formation and the plays start to unfold, get where they're supposed to be so that they can stop that play.
Well, I think, your defense has shown it is capable of winning a game for you, at least keeping the other team the score down so you can. What about offensively? Have you seen, when you're looking at Greenville's defense, is there anything in particular that you feel like you can exploit, or you just need to go execute your offense?
Well, number one is we have to execute at a high level. But number two, watching them on film, they give you a lot of bubbles because they have a three-man front and they play off. So we should be able to attack those bubbled areas.
I thought you did a good job of that early in the game the other day, right?
Yes. Yeah. So we should be able to attack those areas, and again, we should be able to run the football. Yeah. They have only 3 men on the line, so if they stick to that, you should see our offense excel tonight.
Well, looking forward to that for sure. Now, I know, this is, half a year in to being here, maybe, and so, there's a lot of steps along the way in the process that you're trying to take, and I know it can be frustrating not to see the results on the field, but I know as a coach, it's about sometimes what you see behind the scenes, in practice, in the locker room. How do you feel like you see some of your players are taking those kind of steps?
I would say I'm very proud of this senior class that these guys have demonstrated that they want to win, and they're doing what it takes. And they're being great leaders. They're present. They're here. I want guys here. I want them working hard and doing what we ask them to do. And I'm proud of our seniors for doing that in this short amount of time. And I appreciate them for being here and being accountable.
That can be tough with a senior class. Now, you look at these seniors, you're the third head coach that they've dealt with. I mean, we talked about, the need, Richie and I talked about at the end of the game, stability. Programs need stability. They need to know what can be expected. And to be able to get that through to these seniors in such a short time, I think that's a pretty good accomplishment. And hopefully they'll step up and be that example for the freshmen and the sophomores that you've got coming up, because you are playing a ton of sophomores at the varsity level. Yeah,
I told them this. When I signed on to be the head football coach of Corsicana, they're mine. They're not the former coaches. They're mine. They're my kids, and I take ownership of what they do moving forward. And it's not an excuse. I'm not ever going to say, well, you were so-and-so's kids and you're doing this. No, it don't work like that. Those are my kids, and they're mine, and I love them, and I'm going to love them regardless of the score. And, moving forward, they understand that I care for them and I love them. And I think that's one of the reasons they have adopted to me, and they know that I love them and care for them.
Well, and again, as a kid, you know, as a player, that's what you want your coach to do, is to embrace you. And if they can feel that will begin to take hold in the program. And if you can get that across to a group of seniors who have struggled, quite frankly, and they're trying to latch on to something, and if you give them that anchor, you know, they will give that down to these other kids, and they'll see that, and you know, the program's going to continue to build.
Yeah, from experience, all it's going to do is just help the program when you embrace the seniors, because they can hurt you more than they help you, and this will be in the springtime. So I want them to continue to be leaders and help this program and move forward, and that's how they can help the legacy of this program by doing what we ask them to do, and the other kids, the younger kids, see that, and then they can be the group that start the legacy of change and doing things right.
Well, we've been climbing that mountain, climbing this hill in these games, and getting to the hill, getting to the top. Just hadn't been able to get over it here in the last few days. Getting close. Every game you get a little closer, and I think tonight we'll see that all pay off for you.
Yes, sir.
All right, Eugene Rogers, head coach of the Corsicana Tigers. We'll be back with more of the pregame show after this.
That you would extend to any dedicated person in a position of responsibility. This means that you as a fan should not criticize the players on either team, should not boo the officials, should not have alcoholic beverages on public school grounds, as this is a violation of state law, should be courteous to visiting fans.
All right, welcome to Greenville, Texas. The Corsicana Tigers take on the Greenville Lions here. And beautiful Lion Stadium here. It is a little bit of old school, a little bit of new school here, Coach.
Got a indoor facility on one end, construction on the other. You've got the older sets of bleachers here, turf field that looks like it needs to be replaced.
Yeah, the red is kind of turning pink. So.
It has, and the track needs to be replaced, but that's your old school, and they've got their new school on both ends of it. Now, locker rooms for your visiting team would be much appreciated because the Tigers have to walk.
It's about a quarter mile over there.
A true country mile to get to their locker room. So,
well, it's one of those games the Tigers need to win, Coach. This is they're coming in against an 0-6 team, and Greenville's desperate for a win. Obviously, the Tigers are looking for their first district win since Hal Wasson was the head coach in 2021. So we've got a little bit of work to do ahead of us, but you know, we'll see. This team has been in every district game. We've had chances. We've either had a lead or we've been within a score of the lead, and just being able to finish it, having the stamina, the depth to finish the ball game. I know Crandall, we'd gone through 6 linebackers. So you have a lot to overcome for this young team looking to get that footing and continue to build on something here so that they can have that success they're all looking for.
Well, and you know, you and I talked about it on the way up here that at some point in time there comes a time when you decide you grit your teeth and you're tired of the way things are going. You're going to play 4 full quarters and you're going to do everything you can to come out on the winning end there, and this time is just as good as any. And here's a great opportunity to come up and play a Greenville team that's, you know, they're struggling too. They're trying to find themselves, and they're over, so to speak, for a better term. And
what's that point that kicks you over to kind of get that arrow started pointing back up? And that's what the coaching staff is looking for. They're looking for kids to step up. And I know if you happen to watch the coach's show, Coach was very complimentary of the senior class. And that's always kind of an iffy thing for a new coaching staff to come in with a senior class. Are they going to buy into what you're saying? Not going to buy in? And he talked about how those guys are stepping in. They're doing the things in practice to lead, and that's a positive sign. And I think it's really a testament to Coach Rogers and his staff to be able to get a senior group to buy into what you're doing. Now, got to get they got to lead these young guys on, right? And everybody's got to step up when the old saying, when going gets tough, right? You got to get tough
That's
yourself
right.
and get moving. So
yeah, and it is. We talked about it, I think, in the very first week of the season at the Cleburne game about how senior classes respond to new changes.
Yep.
But when you said 4 years, 3 different coaches, they have nothing to be loyal to.
right.
And here's a guy that's come in, and he's mentioned it about how much he cares for him and what he puts into it, him and his coaching staff, and everything that they put into it to try to help these guys be successful, not only on the football field, but once they leave the football field, because football's not there's not a lot of guys that are going to be playing next level. So he's preparing them for the life that they're going to lead after they leave high school.
Well, and let's be honest, it's tough times. It's been tough times. This is not like
Sure.
it's first time, and how you respond in those tough times, it really it can set you going forward in your life, and how you deal with life's not always going to be easy, right? there are times in your life where things are difficult, where it's maybe hard to pay the bills, it's hard to find a job, or whatever it is. And how do you respond? How do you fight back? How do you do those things? And this is a group of kids that need to learn that, and they need to learn it. It's better to learn it right here than learn it 10 years from now. And so if they can do that and listen to what coaches are trying to tell them and how to respond and how to fight through and have that winning attitude, whether you win the game or not, the winning attitude and how you approach the game is the most important thing.
Yeah, and developing that team camaraderie, because you mentioned all the things that they do after they leave here. You and I talked about it on the way up here, that so many things, you might not have success, but so many things a coach talks to you about. And we talked about quitting or giving up, and coaches preach to those guys, because they'll talk to them if they decide to quit the team or just don't give their full effort, about how that's going to be a part of your traits, your characteristics that you're going to have once you get out there in the real world. You're going to end up going to the store one day and saying, you know what, I'm going to keep on going. I'm going to go to the store and just keep on going and leave what I've got. You're going to quit a job that might be beneficial to you, your family. You could end up quitting your marriage because it's the easiest thing to do. So, like you said, when the tough get going, the tough got to show up. Whatever that means.
When the going gets tough, the tough get going,
tough,
right? Yeah.
Right on.
It's time to get going, right?
There you go.
So, and that's what we need. And we need for their life lessons, but for this team, you need to step up for your team. You need to be at practice. All right, when there's practice, be there.
Yep.
It's not that hard. And I think, I know a lot, we talk about the sports that we see success in. Tennis has just had another great run, ended in the regional tournament and to the number 1 team in the state, so but the thing is, those kids, they don't just practice tennis during class. They're out in Mertz all the time. They're out there on the weekends. They're out there afterwards. They're taking private lessons. They're playing tournaments all year. Same thing in baseball. Those guys are playing. They're playing baseball all year. They show up at 6 o'clock in the off season to lift weights, not during class. They show up at 6 o'clock in the morning year round to lift weight. And those programs have had the success. So they've been able to build that culture into it. Coach Rogers, quite frankly, has a hard time getting people to come to summer workouts. He's having a hard time getting people to just show up for regular practices scheduled. And when you have that, that's not on the coaches. The coaches are doing everything. They will get up. Part of their routine is to go pick kids up, right?
Yeah. Oh,
as you know, as an old coach.
Yes.
And so you have an obligation as a player and as a parent and a fan to help those kids make good choices. And Part of that is to be there for your team. And if you're not, you're letting your team down.
Yeah, and they'll let their family down, they'll let their job down, they'll let themselves down. And I know these coaches care a lot about these kids. They're here in Corsicana for starters. They're here because they want to be here and they want to make a difference, and they want to build this program back up to where everybody's so used to it. But that happened so long ago. It's time to reboot.
Yep.
And this is the greatest opportunity we've had in quite some time to be able to truly reboot this program, because you got a hometown guy, you got a guy that's been a part of it. He's coached here before as well, so he knows what goes on in the ins and outs of Corsicana football. And they've got to make some changes and some adjustments to try to keep things together and keep it going. But tonight's a night for them to have the opportunity to execute, do your job, play for your teammates, keep your head up when things don't go your way. This is a great opportunity to turn that all around tonight.
Well, I mean, again, okay, Eugene Rogers has played for a state championship as a player.
Yep.
He's a 4-year starter in college. He's coached a state championship football team. He's coached at Den Ryan. He's coached at a lot of these places. He knows what it takes. And he's also coached where he's had to turn programs around.
Yep.
And so this is not new to him. And he's going to do it. He's going to stick this out. Now, what you got to have is the players to be willing to do that.
Sure.
And it starts building the program. I know the freshmen have a winning record. Okay, well, that's a start. Let's get those kids. We're playing tons of sophomores, right? 10, 15 sophomores. Those kids are getting invaluable experience. You got a sophomore quarterback who's been thrown in the fire. He's getting invaluable experience. So does it turn around this year? Who knows? If not, you got next year and the next year to build a program. And you talked about from day one, right? It's a process.
It is a process.
And so this is part of the process, is learning how to win.
Yeah, and tonight's the night. Tonight's the best opportunity we've had to win a game, and going out here and executing, having the right mindset and playing together as a team, and just the mental toughness is going to be key tonight. That mental toughness is going to make a difference, and we've got to be able to have it in order to win this game, because it's going to be a roller coaster for us, just like every game is. So,
can't beat yourself.
No, you can't.
And last week, defense was good enough to win. Defense was good enough to win a lot of games the way they played last week.
Yeah.
But you can't turn the ball over 2 or 3 times. You can't miss fair catches on kicks.
Yeah.
You can't fumble on 4th and 1 when you're trying to run a quarterback sneak.
Yeah.
You've got to make plays, and then you got to make your blocks so you can execute the plays to get 4.5 yards of play to get you a first down and continue to drives. And so until you can do those things, those little mistakes end up adding up. And, the defense forced almost 10 punts last week.
Yeah.
Man, if you force 10 punts in the game, you should win the game. So, and that's the whole deal. We got to have a complementary football, right? That's the buzzer. We got to have some complementary football here to help each other out.
Yep, absolutely. Confidence should be high. They ought to be confident in themselves. And I'm sure Coach and his staff are talking to them about, you take away 6 minutes in this game, you take away 10 minutes in this game, and maybe you take a quarter away in this game.
Yep.
You take those things away, and we're right there even with some of these teams that are leading our district. But that 6 minutes, that 10 minutes, that quarter is the part that really breaks things down and keeps you from being that winner, keeps you from climbing over that wall and seeing the other side, where it's nice and enjoyable when you win a football game.
Well, we have another member with us there on the field, and it is Raymond Lennox joining us here tonight on the sidelines. Raymond, do you have us down there?
I do. How are you guys doing?
We're great, man. Welcome to the broadcast, and I know you'll do a great job. And so what are some of your early thoughts here as we get ready to go?
Well, I tried to do the Chuck Williams eye test pregame, and I think we stack up pretty good with Greenville. I know they're having some hard times too, and demographics have changed here as well. And so I think from the eye test standpoint, I think this is whoever wins this game tonight, it's the rest of the year is a long road to hoe for both of them. So But yeah, looks good. The kids have a lot of spirit tonight. Looks like they're fired up. I think they're ready to go.
All right, well, good stuff. We got the captains meeting out. Looks like we have for the Tigers is going to be Zed Escamilla, 10, 12 Jaden Jones, I believe 15 is Hector Cervantes, and 17 Antonio Locke. Those are the captains for the Tigers. And for Greenville, number 1 is Aiden Lewis, and 55 is Nicholas Just, and number 18 in street clothes there, Jamorian Hamilton. Obviously, he will not be playing tonight as we have the meeting for the coin toss, and see the referee going over some ground rules and discussion points here. And we are waiting for a signal, right?
All we need now is a little mic in the face of the referee and listen to what he says, so everybody that's never been in the center of a football field before the game can hear what goes on.
All right. Greenville has won the toss, and they're going to receive. They want the ball. Of course, Kenna will be kicking right to left. That'll be south to north. And let's see if that is the way the wind is blowing. It is a southerly wind. It's a beautiful night here for football, Coach. It's going to be, what, in the 60s, 70s here?
Oh, it's going to be short sleeve weather.
It's definitely short sleeve weather for you. So.
Yes.
I think that's 38, right?
Yeah, you're right.
You can do that.
You're right. Yeah, I've been there and done that one before. It's the sound is different. Everybody knows what it's like when the weather begins to change. Sound's different. Everything about it's different. So it's a good night for football.
Feels like fall finally. So here we go. The Tigers have entered the field as they customary walk for a little bit and then break into a jog, and still waiting on the Lions to make their way down from their complex. Again, the stadium's probably way behind, but they have an indoor complex over there, so which is nice. So
it's out of the view of what you're seeing right now, but it's as you're looking at your screen, it's to the left. But they do have an indoor facility that it looks like a 50 or 60 yarder. But an indoor facility nonetheless.
That is.
Yes. It's probably a multi-purpose facility also. So it's not like football's the only team that has an opportunity to be a part of it.
Well, they were all stuck in that tunnel. They weren't sticking out behind. So that tells you how many people they have on the teams. Their numbers are probably not as many as ours, or not many more. So it's going to be close. But here the sign, they're going to be all in red. And the Tigers are all in white here tonight. And we are at the top of the stands, which it's a long way up here. And it's a straight shot. So we're a little higher than you probably would think just sitting at the top of the stands here. So
still not as high as we are at Community National Bank and Trust Stadium at Tiger Field.
The most beautiful stadium around. So
yes.
So the Tigers and the Lions getting ready here for kickoff. Tigers will kick it off here to start. Their defense will be on the field, which I like. The defense has been a really good unit for them. And, if you can go out and get you a 3-and-out, make some things happen, get some negative plays, and give you an offense in a good spot. I guess we're going to have the national anthem here. We will be quiet and let you enjoy the national anthem performed by the Greenville High Band.
The posting of the colors of the United States flag and the playing of the national anthem.
played by the Greenville High Band. The Corsicana Tigers getting ready. Corsicana and Greenville have some similarities, I think. You know, they're coming east out of Dallas on I-30. And you have Rockwall and Roy City, some bigger cities that have really grown a great deal. But it's a little bit still far enough away that you're not a part of the Metroplex yet. And like Corsicana, 45 miles from downtown,
right.
We're getting some growth our way, but we still don't have that splurge that you're seeing in like the Midlothian, Waxahachie, that kind of thing. So I think we share some of those things. Two towns that have formerly had dominant football programs that are not that right now.
Yeah.
So we'll see. There is, like I said, some similarities between our community. We've done a little banking over this way, so I've had the opportunity to see some of that as well. And it's probably pretty close to where we're at, but I think they're a little closer to where the splurge is, so they might start seeing some of that growth here pretty quick. You see it along the highway here with some of the things that have been built over here recently.
Yeah, and they have more people in the community too, because like you said, it's in those areas that are really growing. So
well, here's Giancarlo Zuniga kicking off here. He's going to have a short approach, so he will pooch it. Going to be caught at about the 20 by the deep back. That's number 2 with the ball. He comes back over to the right side, got a little room, takes it back to the middle. Going to get a good return up past the 45 for Greenville. They will start out with a good field position there. Caleb Hale with the return, and Greenville takes over there. We'll have it with 11:51 to go to start the game, and we'll have the ball. They're going to mark it. Looks like the 46-yard line.
yeah, let's get things rolling here defensively. You know, you mentioned Coach mentioned Escamilla and how much he's playing that linebacker position at such a high level, and there's no doubt he has developed as a force at linebacker in a game and a half.
Well, you got twins out to the left side. Going to bring a man in motion. Going to hand it off inside to 23, who steps off a block and is going to have a good return. There's just short of the first down. So the running back is Jaden Johnson, and he will pick up about 8 on the play to the 46 of Corsicana.
Running that power like everybody does in our conference or our district, and we've got to do a good job of squeezing things down, filling the holes, and being tight with our scrape.
Bryson Sanders looking to pass. Now he's rolling out to his right. Got a little room here. Escamilla tries to close it down, and they will bring him down, but not till they have a first down. Going to get it up to about the 36 of the Tigers, a gain of about 6. The first down here for Greenville.
Jaden Jones went inside. Don't know if that was designed and there was secondary support that should have been there, but he did a good job of rerouting himself and then coming back and following up once they slowed the quarterback down. Got to do a better job here, especially first down. Let's keep them to a minus gain or no gain right here. We're capable of doing those kind of things.
Heavy to the left side. Bring a man in motion. Now going to bring him all the way across the formation. To this side. Now they're going to hand it off quickly. Actually going to throw the bubble screen to the running back. He's got to move. He's going to get up and get close to another first down. He's going to mark it at about the 26. Should put him right at the first down marker.
Got to be able to come off that block in the corner spot right there, that safety. At the safety position. Got to be able to come off the block. You can't give in, even if the guy's got his arms, and he's grabbing your jersey. You got to fight to get off right there and not just take that because the referees aren't going to see everything.
Send the running back out to the right side. Calling for the pass, looking back, going down the middle. On the post, Tigers pick it off. Damon Brown with it. He's going down the right side. 30, 35, going to go out of bounds at the 40, and he has been a big play guy for the Tigers, offense, defense, and special teams.
Man, that was a great defensive play. He saw once the ball was thrown, he came off his coverage area and just jumped underneath it and made a catch. Great play. There we go, defense kicking it off. Let's go offense.
Got the quick turnover. So there was is that ineligible man? A hat to the helmet?
Yeah.
Or to his head?
Yeah.
So 10 minutes even left in the half. Tigers make the first big play of the game. How about that play, Raymond? That's a good break on the ball.
Yeah, I think Richie saw it correct. Man, he made a great adjustment once the ball was in the air. Quarterback probably could have put a little more zip on it, left it floating, and Damone just made a great play adjusting his running route and getting in front of the receiver.
So Tigers come out, trips to the left here, to the wide side of the field. Jabraylon Jones brings in his offense. Is that Murphy at running back?
I can't tell.
Can't tell.
Yeah, it's got to be.
Bringing a man in motion there. Davis going to throw the bubble screen out here. Ruiz.
Love it. Go.
Got a little room. Good block by Taylor. Up past midfield. Going to get it in. He's going to have a first down here on the play. Get it to the 46-yard line.
You know, I like that because their secondary and outside linebacker guy, that's the flat defender, man, they didn't come and, you know, sprint down to make a play and just stayed slow played us and let us gain that first down.
4 wide, 2x2. Murphy is the running back here. Jabraylon Jones is the quarterback, sophomore. And that was Pete Ruiz on the catch and run, but a good block there by his wide receiver, Jamil Taylor. Going to hand it off inside to Murphy, coming out to the left. Got a little room, 40. Runs over a man, takes it down close to the 36, near another first down, and they're going to give it to him. So Tigers, 2 plays, 2 first downs.
Big Mr. Reese on the pull right there, and Murphy set him up. He came inside, everybody squeezed, and then he bounced outside to the outside hip of Big Mr. Reese that's pulling for him and turned that into a great play.
Actually, they're going to mark it a football length short. Second down and less than 1.
Oh, my goodness.
This guy on this side was telling them to move the chains. They're not going to do that. So.
Oh, my goodness. Look at that defense.
Well, they're way out there.
Yes,
just going to hand it off inside to
there
Murphy.
You go.
He busts through and going to be down inside the 25, down to the 24-yard line.
I can't explain that. I would have lost my marbles.
Second and a foot.
Yeah.
And you got 4 guys out there out wide at least, right?
And your Mike linebackers over your guard and tackle to the wide side of the field. That's crazy.
So it's first down here for the Tigers. They'll have it at the 24-yard line, trying to score here on their first drive of the game. Going to look back to pass, throwing a little out route to the inside receiver, and it is out of his clutches, so it'll be 2nd and 10.
Yeah, he's got time to be able to just throw that ball out there. Nobody's on Pete. I realize he feels pressure because they're bringing pressure, but he's got to remember they've got to run around and through people that 5 yards to get to him, so he's got just enough time to be able to get rid of it, take a hit if they're close enough to do that. But, you know, those are the kind of little things that need to happen for us.
So we got trips out to the right side, Taylor by himself to the left. Going to go up to the line and call the play. Running backs to the right side. Dropping back to pass, looking to throw the hitch out here to Taylor. And he's hit immediately. He's going to pick up about 3 yards on the play to the 21. So we're going to have third down and about 7.
I love the fact it's a quick game. Get it in the quarterback's hands, get rid of it quick. They're playing soft. They proved that when we threw the now route to Pete. So, I mean,
and we've seen
that
Taylor
all night long.
Catch that hitch and run through 3 people to score. So
yes.
It's third down and 7. Trips to the right again.
My goodness. Again.
Dropping back to pass. Got pressure. He's going to run. No, he's going to throw it out to the corner route, and he completes it. It's going to be a touchdown.
Throw those hands up. There you go.
Touchdown, Tigers. Raymond, did you see who caught that? Is that
Davis.
C.J. Davis?
Yes, sir. Great extension there at the end to get the ball over the end zone stripe.
Good call there, Raymond, right there on it. And Jabraylon Jones breaks the pocket. Looks like he's going to run. Sees his man break open. How about that for the young sophomore?
That is absolutely perfect. And the beauty of it is where we're positioned, I'm watching him make those decisions. I'm like right behind him watching it as he goes. And, God, that was great poise, great concentration. The play is not going too fast, and he's able to throw it in there and catch and score. Great answer off of the turnover.
Well, low snap, line drive kick, but it gets through. So 7-0 Tigers over the Lions here. Tigers take advantage of the interception.
Yes.
Great break on the ball by Damon Brown. Big play, good return, and then it was boom, boom, boom. Mixture of run and pass right there. So, man, you couldn't draw it up much better than that for the Tigers.
No, you couldn't. And even though the kick looked ugly, it still counted as a point. It went above the crossbar and through the uprights, and nobody will ever know.
Passing.
It'll just say PAT good.
So, Corsicana, Murphy with 2 carries for 22 yards on the passing. And Jabraylon Jones was 3 of 4 for 37 with the touchdown. And that was C.J. Davis with a 21-yard touchdown catch. And that was really pretty stuff right there.
Nice throw, nice catch. You know, he caught that with both hands, and then he hit it to the corner. Man, if they keep playing, I'm a little baffled by their defensive looks, but here we go.
So here's Zuniga, and he's going to pooch it again. The second line comes back to catches at the 25, brings it to the middle, cuts it back up, got a little seam.
Let's make it tackle.
Cut down right there. Good job by Marquise Cooks, who's the starting safety tonight, as Mark Brown is not playing in the game tonight. He's been shut down a little bit due to nagging injuries. So how about that? You're playing without one of your best defensive guys and one of your best offensive guys in the game, and the Tigers really respond like that.
They sure do. I should have known that was Marquise, boy. He'll take your legs out in a hurry, boy.
He likes to go low.
Yes, he does.
A little David Bell-like from our day, right?
Sure enough.
All right, they're going to take the ball from the 40, about the same size probably as old David was.
Yep.
So 1st and 10 here for Greenville. They got 2 backs in the backfield. Going to hand it off inside. Got a little room, but the Tigers, man, do a good job of filling that hole. Is that Escamilla or Walker?
It was Walker and Cornejo.
All right, good job, Cornejo.
Yeah, that's a little G lead. They're pulling the backside guard, and he's just curling up into B gap right there. They took their slot guy and just based him on the end man on the line of scrimmage and just ran a lead and used one of the big boys. Now it looked like, they're tackle over here. They got a tight end to the offensive left, defense is right. Defense got to watch this.
Bringing the man in motion here with 2nd and 7. Snap is back, going to hand it off, coming to the right side. And a good job right there by Jaden Jones, who's really stepped up the last couple of weeks. And they needed him to, as Escamilla moved the linebacker.
Yes.
He was full-time.
Yes, and that kind of play right there are plays that make an offensive coordinator a little disgruntled, because you've got 3 offensive linemen to the side you're running the ball, and you ought to be able to handle them. But, when you've got an athletic end like that, you don't count on a big tackle handling him or trying to reach him for starters.
Well, it's 3rd down and 6. Overload to the right, bringing a man in motion. Actually got 2 guys moving. They got to get somebody stopped, and they get them both stopped. Timeout called from the sideline from Greenville side. So it'll be 3rd down and along 6, it looks like, or around 7. What about this defense here for the Tigers?
Well, I like the speed of the defense in this particular series here. The first series, it was like we weren't ready for it. And it took a great play by our defensive back Brown to come off once the ball was in the air. He made a great play. And those are the kind of plays that, players make. Not guys that just carry a position. Those are players making those plays.
Yes.
Coming off their initial coverage to go and have the speed, the quickness, and the timing to go make a play like that. That's great. And now I feel like we're playing like we should have played in that first series, but I like what we're doing right here. I like the speed that we're going, that we're pursuing the football, and we just got to be smart, because here they are with that tackle over and tight end away. Got to know he's there.
So they're going to hand it off inside and try to go power.
Get up in there. And
he does. He keeps his feet back down enough to get the first down to the 44 of the Tigers. So it'll be first down there for Greenville.
Yeah, that's a pet peeve of mine, being too high in the defensive front, just getting driven off and occupied. we got Jaden Jones down right now.
It's a tough loss right there.
Oh, it
He's
is.
been such a dynamic player here the last
Yes.
couple of weeks.
Well, you hope it's just something that, how you feel it initially. It might be a stinger. I hope that's all it
Looks
is.
like a hanging shoulder there.
Yeah. Hopefully that's just that stinger, because those nerves will get you, and and your arm's just dangling, and so hopefully that's all that is. Wonder if he's ever
getting a little
felt that
better as he
before.
walks off, squeezing Doc's hand.
Well, that's good. So he's feeling a little better, it looks like. Get a little movement back in there. So
Absolutely. He's just mad now.
That could have been the first time he's ever felt that, too, and not knowing what to expect.
all right, they had to adjust. So Cervantes comes the linebacker. Escamilla moves back to end. Bring a man in motion. Going to hand it off inside. They're trying to pound away, and they got a room. And will be brought down there by Turtle Lewis. About a 9-yard gain there to the 35.
I like the way we came inside on the guard pulling, but you got to make contact. You can't avoid him. Make contact, create a pile, because Walker did a good job on his scrape. It was just a little too wide because of no contact on the puller. Yes, get it.
Escamilla gets in there and gets a hand on him. Can't bring him down. They get him down at the 30. That's Compton brings him down at the 30. It'll be another first down as Greenville started a little drive here as they converted a couple first.
Yeah, we haven't had that. Our interior has not created piles and keep things from opening up, because that's what we're running into right here.
That's where they're attacking. It's first down here for Greenville. They're going to hand it off inside again. Going off the left tackle. Walker there is going to make the initial hit, bring him down after a gain of a little over 5. Get a flag on the play here.
Oh, okay,
It's on
fine.
them.
They, I wasn't going to say anything, but now I will since it got called. But they are very handsy. Everybody, their receivers, they've got their hands on DBs as they're blocking. The hands from, the slot, the tight end, and those interior, the guards and tackles. They're very handsy, and that's one of the things that keeps us from being able to get to places. But we've got to fight those off.
It's an 8-yard penalty, by the way. Must have called it a couple of yards down the field. So 1st and 18.
Got a form of a bunch out here, short side.
Yeah, stack them, and those two guys are both on the line. They can't both be eligible, and the inside guy is not. And a good move there by the quarterback. He's going to get yards back near the original line of scrimmage, actually +1 to the 29.
God, we played that so great out here defensively.
Got another man down.
We just couldn't get there to
That's
get the
Lopez,
quarterback.
the other end.
Yep, it is.
So right there in that formation, Coach, so you got a split end, and you have a guy lined up inside of him, next to him. He's also on the line, and a guy behind. So what they're trying to do, I'm assuming, is get you to think that that's an eligible receiver, that second guy, and he's there to block on the little bubble screen or quick screen, and his job is there just to be a blocker.
And that's and depending on what they see on film, you decide how you're going to play that with that guy, either just bum rushing and running through that blocker just like we did, because when you get in those bunch formations, if you hit that point guy and you create a disruption there, all their little twists and turns that they do, they're not able to do it as much. But I like the way they played that there, because the guys back behind need to make sure they're taking care of that outside receiver, because the inside guy's not going to be a threat deep. And if we jump him and bust the blocker there, that tight end number 22, then we've got to have somebody over the top, because they're going to pump fake and then try to throw it deep. And we had that covered there.
Okay, so we have to adjust again. No, Frank Jackson come up to play end. No, that's 20. That's Aaron Dondo's playing right in now. He handed the ball off to the right side. Going to bring him down around the 23-yard line. So you're going to be 3rd and 3 here. Tigers need to come up with a stop on the play. Hey, Raymond, how are we looking over there in the mash unit?
They're still working on Jones's shoulder. They're giving it a good rub down right now, and I think Lopez is going to be fine. He was actually laughing a little bit. There he comes. He's already coming back out. So
Escamilla with a big hit right at the line of scrimmage. Going to lose a couple on the play there. Good job as they went fast, and it's going to be back to the 26, it looks like, right?
It looks like, yeah. Just get the down box to it. I'd feel better once he gets there.
There we go.
Yeah. Now we're talking.
So we got 4th and 6.
Gotta watch
Offense
the ball.
stays on the field.
Watch the tight end, too, because he is going to be eligible in this formation. They've got tackle over to the short side, to their side of the field. You've got number 22, the tight end, in the tackle spot. But he is eligible because you see the receiver push his hand back, says he's off the line. Oh, quarterback run.
Going to run to the strong side.
There we go. Make that
Tigers
play.
are right there. He's going to be short. He's going to come up about a yard short. Tigers will turn it over on downs.
Great job defensively, man. You couldn't ask for anything better than that. It was tough going because they're getting 5 to 8 yards a clip right there, but man, being able to handle them right there, because their offensive line is not a small offensive line. They're a big group, and they've got about 12 to 13 of those offensive linemen that I've counted so far they're all like big me's, not mini me's, big me's of each other, you know? They're just big guys.
Well, the Tigers bend but don't break there as they get the stop, and we'll that big negative play on 3rd down was huge right there.
Yes.
And so Tigers come back out on offense.
Got to hurry because we got 10 on the clock.
So Cornell had to switch from defense to offense here.
he was trying to get a drink of water, guys, before he went back out.
You're going to run a little speed option. Yeah. Toss it. Ball's on the ground. Still on the ground. Tigers miss it. What about it, Raymond? Do we get it?
It's a scrum, but I believe we have it.
The red team's calling for the ball.
It's Jabrailin. Yeah, they're going to get the ball to Jabrailin.
Jabrailin reaches in there.
Yay.
And he hits. It was a pretty good toss, it looked like, and just didn't handle it.
Well, you know, and that's not that's not something we run the majority of the time, you know, like option teams do. So it's a different, you know, and you work on it some, but it's always different.
I believe Evans came in the game at tailback.
Get my eyes on it. Let's see. Yes, he did.
So trips out to the left side. Single receiver out to the right. 2nd and 14. Going to hand it off inside to Evans. He's got room. 25. Gets out past the 25 up to the 26. It's about a 5 yards short of the first down. It's a nice gain. About 8, 9 yards there?
And yeah, at least. Let's see.
About 10 yards, I believe.
So. Yeah, you're right.
So we got 3rd down, and I believe that's 5.
6, 2, 4, 6. Half a yard, full yard.
There you go.
One half dozen the other. Who knows?
Got 4 wide in the set. Going to hand it off inside. Tigers coming left. Got a room. Going to have the first down. Evans with the first down run up to the 35.
They've developed a tendency that those 3rd down plays, they're bringing the outside linebacker in. A great call because everybody just washes down everybody.
Going fast here, and they're going to call a timeout as they were not ready. So that'll be their 2nd timeout of the quarter. 1:17 to go. Tigers with a 7-0 lead here as they've had an interception and they turned it over on downs. Tigers' first possession, great drive. It was a 6-play drive, ends with a 21-yard touchdown pass to Braylon Jones to C.J. Davis, and have it here on a 1st and 10 from the 35. And so far, so good, Coach.
So far, so good. You kind of lose your breath when you see the ball on the ground. First play, defense holds them on 4th down. Offense gets out there, puts the ball on the ground, and you think, here we go again. Luckily, we jumped on the ball, and then we've had some good plays since. So that makes you feel so much better.
Yeah, after losing 5 yards on that first play, in 2 plays, you get the first down. So keep this thing rolling. And so
execute, please execute.
That's what it's all about.
Be very intentional. Let's go.
So again, 2-by-2 set. Running back is in the game at the right side. I believe that's still Evans. Brings Pete in motion. Looking to the left, throwing the bubble screen out to Taylor. It's high and wide, and would have had nowhere to go, really. And
yeah, just needed to trust that play because that's a little slant, and the slant, 2 yards maybe.
Yep.
He went up 2 yards and brought it in. So, as you see him coming, once you receive it, take one rocker step back and throw it now because in position, he's already won the battle at receiver. He's there. The DB's got to go through him to get the ball. So
yeah, let him use his body, right?
Yes, and he's set and ready.
So trips to the right side, 2nd and 10.
They're manning up, bringing it.
Handing it off inside, making a little move, going to get good yards. They'll get about 6 on the play. I believe that's Evans still in the ball game. He's ran the ball well since he came in the game. Ball's going to be about 4 yards short here, 3rd and 4.
I like it.
Going fast.
I like that part too.
And he talked about they run a lot of 3-man line. They felt like that they could run the ball.
Yeah, well, they're bringing a outside backer here on the short side. At least they showed him to come, and I think he will be. He's been their blitzer.
There's 3rd down, handed off inside, going to the right side. He kicks it outside. He's got it. He's going to get across the 1st down line.
Beautiful.
To the 47.
Perfect. Nice run right there. See where you're running toward the sticks, so you're able to see the sticks, and you know what you've got to do to get there. So great job, great execution on a 3rd and medium right there. Like it. That just continues the clock running, and we're in control right here. Coach it looks like we've got 8 seconds left here in the first quarter, so he's going to let it run out.
Well, Raymond, what about that first quarter?
Guys, we talked in the box before the game about programs and taking little baby steps, and that was a baby step quarter right there for this program. Getting the big interception, going down and scoring on a pass of all things. A great run there after the catch by C.J. Davis and stretch, and then to make that stop after blowing a long 3rd and long. That was a great stop, or a great eventual stop to get the ball back. Now they're driving. If y'all don't mind, I want to talk about subbing for Chuck. I'm always honored to sub for my LTF. That's what Chuck and I call each other. We go back 50 years. We played T-ball together, and so we call each other our longest tenured friend. But I learned a lesson from Chuck. Y'all notice how I didn't move when I noticed the quarter was about to wind down and I was going to be coming back this way anyway? That's from Chuck.
That's that veteran experience, right?
Yeah, I didn't pry with Chuck, didn't ask him what he had going on tonight, but I know it's been a big week for them. Big shout out to that Tiger tennis team making it to the regional tournament again, losing yesterday in the semifinals to number 1 Frisco Centennial, defending state champs, beat them last year. And, I know Avery still has spring tennis to go, but I'm sure it was pretty emotional ending that fall season like that as a senior and realizing she's never going to do that as a team again.
Yeah, no doubt.
Kudos to those kids.
Yeah, they've had such great success, and I think Chuck was probably the one with the tear in his eye, Raymond.
If you'll remember, you were there the day my son Taylor played his last baseball game, and he actually cried when he hugged me because he realized this is it, it's done. So it's a big moment for them.
It's a tough thing when you don't know that's your last time on the field. It's not something you get back. So it's 1st and 10 for the Tigers here. They're trying to cross midfielders. Good job by Evans breaking a tackle in the backfield to get positive yards out of that. He will get across midfield to the 49 of Greenville there, a gain of about 4.
And he did that all on his own because backside did not get across the face of the defensive lineman. And if you can't get there, cut your split down and give yourself the best chance possible to make that particular block right there.
So 2nd down and 6 here. Tigers with their 2nd drive of the game, and they are moving. They're past midfield. There's a snap, looking outside, throwing the bubble screen. Get a block. Taylor gets him a block. Ruiz should be right at the 1st down marker, and it will be the spot. They're going to bring him about a half a yard short. That's on our sideline, too.
Yeah. That's all right. We'll just milk the clock, milk it and get a 1st down and keep things rolling.
So it's 3rd and 1, probably maybe even a little bit less. Tigers staying 4 wide. Going to hand it off to Evans,
Yes,
going to the
go,
backside.
just go.
He will have the first down. Not by much, but he got it.
Yeah, that's all he needs. He just needs to get that yard. Don't start looking and trying to creep around. Just it's 3rd and short, and they're running that play for a reason. Stick your head in there and get that 1 yard, and let's go. Good job.
So first down here for the Tigers. That is their 3rd first down already on this drive as they have it at the 42-yard line and moving in. Christian Evans doing the job tonight in the backfield since he's been in the game, doing a really good job on this drive.
He left, and Murphy's back in, and I want to say something about Pete Ruiz. Pete has, over these last 3 or 4 games, man, he has really come along and gotten a whole lot better with a lot of things that are expected out of wide receivers.
Braylon drops the ball, and then he has to avoid some rushers and ends up taking a loss all the way back to about the 48. We'll lose about 6, so it is 2nd and 16. I think starting in Terrell, he's really shown some progress.
He really has. He's running with more confidence. He's running stronger. He's catching the ball very, very well in traffic. He's, taking the ball, and he has really been a great surprise for people to contribute as much as he does.
Been steady.
Yes.
Rolling to his left, little semi-roll, throwing the inside of Pete Ruiz. Ball bounces up, it's picked off, going the other way. Tigers get over and get him down, but a deflected ball that was challenged at the point and bounces up and is taken by them. And it was the 11th play in the drive. Unfortunately, will lead to nothing. Interception going the other way.
Well, dadgum, heck, about the time we're saying all the good and we're throwing the ball well and people are catching it, then it gets tipped up in the air and they're able to pick it off. That's a tough one there because you had immediate pressure. He had to stop in his face. He tried to force something in there. It got tipped away. Defense has got to do their part. They can't feel like, oh, my gosh, here it happened again. They've got to get out there and assert themselves like they've been doing.
Well, there we go. We're going to hand it off inside. And Bush will be there with the big hit and going to bring him down at about the 33-yard line. Gain of 3, I guess.
Yeah, and they're going quick as well, and we've got to be able to go quick and know who's eligible and ineligible.
Yeah, they got this bunch formation down here with an ineligible man out. Tigers are going to be in the neutral zone.
It's those kind of things, man. We've got to stop them.
So,
period.
Be a free 5 yards. I can't believe they blew that dead, by the way, and didn't give him a free play. Because he stepped out. He didn't really come across.
Did he touch him? Did he?
Nah, I don't.
Did he touch the center
the
or somebody? Yeah, that's it.
Maybe they moved.
Oh, let's see.
Coming this way, it looks like.
Well, I take that back.
False
we need
start.
to stop doing that.
Yeah.
He's moving because
that's why he moved.
Center's playing games. So he's right there at the center.
Yep. So it's 5 yards the other way. So it's going to be 2nd and 12.
He's making up for that short spot he gave us.
So you got, again, you got this little bunch down here. And that's one thing Coach Rogers talked about. It's one of the harder teams to prepare for, all the different formations and things they do.
We just got to get out, and there we go. Good.
2nd and 12. Being rushed. He's going to get him from behind.
Yes.
He took it away. Escamilla's got the ball going the other way. He's going to score. You got a strip sack for a score by Jerry Escamilla, the senior, who's played well all year. And there's a flag on the play.
It's going to be a HOLD.
Yeah, on the offense.
On the offense. They have been doing it all night. That's only the second of many that they could have called. So it is a hold on them.
Yes, Tigers with the defensive score takes it to 13-0. We haven't got the official call.
There it is.
Well, they called it on us. It needs to be the other way.
And he fixed it.
Yes. So,
he fixed it. There we go.
So the Tigers will be on for the extra point. So excellent job there. Jerry Escamilla with the defensive score.
Heck yeah. You know what? He's been doing that since they moved in. Well, he's doing it at defensive end. He's done it at linebacker. Man, What a great play. Something that, and I think we're in shock because we don't see that happen very often with our guys.
And the awareness not to just come up and get the big hit, but hit him.
Yes.
Use his free arm to get the ball.
Yes.
And pull it out. And so that was a blind. And it was coming from his play side, his arm side, but he never saw it. Ruiz with the hold. And a good job by Zuniga as he had to battle. As it was a low snap, Zuniga with a one-step kick right there for the extra point. Good job by, again, that's a kid who was your JV kicker starting the year.
Yes.
Who had to come in here and get that in. So good job here for the Tigers. They turn a turnover, they answer it with a turnover, and a score.
Man, that feels good.
Doesn't it feel good?
Yes, it feels really good, and it keeps us from feeling like, oh, man, here we go, and what do we say on that one? They just completed a 63-yard touchdown pass. But it's now on our end of it like we hoped it would be tonight. And now we know it's possible. So that was just an overall great play by Mr. Escamilla, the multi-purpose defensive player.
And he's one of those.
That guy made plays like that all last year,
He
too.
did.
He was a bright spot last year.
You are so right, Raymond. And I tell you what, he's one of the guys specifically that Coach Rogers talked about those senior leaders stepping up, always at practice, doing the right things, and it's showing up for him out here.
Boy, is it ever. Is it ever.
So the Tigers going to be kicking off into the wind here. Waiting on the
All right, we're
whistle?
trying to, they've got to wait till the whistle blows before they can go below the numbers. Okay.
So there we go. Tigers spread out.
Got Escamilla back. He's kicking into the crosswind. So what do we have here?
He's going for the long kick, which is a little odd because it looks like he's into the wind. But
maybe we got something else going.
Yeah.
No,
he kicks it deep. And the guy goes back and catches it at the 1 or almost goal line. Tigers got a free run at him. He's able to get by that. Taylor with the big hit right there, going to bring him down. Well, the Tigers wrap him up. He doesn't go down. They're going to get it to the 24. So not bad there. And maybe that wind, Raymond, is that wind not south to north?
No, it's a crosswind.
Okay.
The wind's blowing across the field. So now he did kick it into the direction that the wind's blowing, kicking it to his left.
Man, he smoked that ball.
By the way, I thought his extra point under duress looked better than the first kick.
It certainly did.
It did. Yeah, you're right.
Well, I guess we were offsides. We're going to redo it. So.
Oh, man. I wonder who called that on us. We didn't even know. I didn't even notice the flag.
Yep. False. Give you that false start penalty.
I don't know what we did, that illegal procedure kind of deal.
They have some sort of formation rule. Now they call offside. So.
Oh, okay.
So you're going to have to try it again. Drop back it up to the 35.
Okay, now they can move below. Maybe that's what we did. Maybe they got mad because we went below the numbers before the whistle blew. I'm not sure.
So here's the kick. Going to kick it deep again. Going to catch it inside the 10 at about the 6. Tigers again with a free run. Can they get there? And they can't quite get there. But he's still alive.
They cheated.
And he's going to be hit at about the 41. So it's a big help for them. The penalty was very costly. Do we have a flag on this play?
We do have a flag. It's going to be on them.
Well, it's going to go the other way.
Yes.
So we might end up similar to where it would have been to begin with.
Yep,
So.
they're very handsy.
And the thing is, they're not. I was watching the game. Was it the Detroit game with the Cowboys? And they talked about they're going to use their hands because, like the defensive backs, because you're not going to call. They're not going to call it every play. They're not going to call interference every play.
Yep.
It's kind of that same way on hold, right?
Yeah, you just keep doing it until you get caught, and sometimes they get a little more bold, and it happens to be at the point of attack, or it happens to be opened and right in the face of an official. So, you keep doing that, you'll eventually get caught.
Well, it's 8:08 to go here in the half. Tigers with a 14-0 lead. Greenville's been able to move the ball, but the Tigers have been able to get turnovers and stops. Hand it off inside. That's been their most effective play, and a good job coming up right there. Is that Lewis, Turtle Lewis, or Damon Brown on the tackle right there? I think that's Brown coming up from the corner.
I was looking at our scrape from our linebacker. I expected more from him, and he didn't fill that gap right there. It was Cervantes, I think, at linebacker there, and he didn't scrape and fill that hole and blow it up. We did a good job on the end getting inside, and we've just got to do a better job with that tight scrape. Oh, God, held him bigger than Dallas.
And it's completed out here to the number 2, but it was short of the first down, and Brown with a quick coverage there to make the tackle.
Well, and the beauty of it is that Escamilla just walks back to the other side of the ball. He got held and brought down, and I just,
Yep.
Of course, I'm rooting for the visiting team too. So
yeah, but tackles are when you get tackled as a defensive player, it's pretty obvious sometimes.
Right there in front of the referee.
Bringing a man in motion across the formation. Going to hand it off inside. Kicks it out to the left.
Yes.
He's hit there, met at the line. I think he's going to get it as Lopez. They're going to give him about just a half yard past the line to gain.
Yeah, Walker did a good job filling that right there. It would have been ideal for him coming downhill, running over the, his shoulders over his feet and just running through like a missile and making a play. But I'll take that right there than what we've seen in the past as far as us filling. We haven't quite been getting there, but it's good to see us get there now.
So bunch out to the top. Going to hand it off. Nope, going to throw it out to that bubble, and Tigers rally around it. But he makes
the tackle.
He makes men miss, and he will get up. Good gain out of it, up to the 39.
A gain that should have never been there. We stuffed the lead blocker. We've got other defenders there, and we're letting him get through us. One of the things I watched a Big Ten head coaches questionnaire, and they went through each Big Ten coach, and they talked about what are some of the things that are missing from football, the football that Tackling is one of them.
I think that's universal.
It is.
Did you watch the Cowboy game? All right, it's 2nd and 2.
No, I did not. I refused to.
Well, that was good. Handoff inside, and again, going to have another first down. He just spins. He almost gets out of the pile. Going to go down at the 45, so another first down here for Greenville.
Yep, not wrapping up. We didn't wrap up on the kickoff return, letting him bounce around and get through. Luckily, they cheated, and we got to move back, but we've got to do a better job of wrapping up and securing the tackle.
See, Jaden Johnson, 11 carries for 59 yards for Greenville.
Yeah.
And so he's had a very effective night running the ball. So it's first down now. Send the tight end across the motion of the H-back. Going to hand it off to the running back, and he's making some moves inside, and he's going to get 5 yards. They're getting average per carry is really solid for them.
Yeah.
That was Tobias Abram, the running back. 2nd and 5, as a coach, play caller, it makes it easy when you're calling those plays, right?
It does, and then you find a weak spot. You find a defender that you don't feel like's playing it well, and you can manipulate them and do what you want to with them, start running it at them, and then leading up on them and getting to them. That helps too. Oh, they cheated.
Yeah, that's a snap. That's all disjointed there, so that should go back to be a 2nd and 10.
Because all you have to do is see that a couple of plays, and once you see somebody that's not asserting themselves or really kicking it in, then, hey, let's go after him. You become a target.
So, as if they didn't gain a yard on first down. 2nd and 10, right?
Hey, I'll take that. I love that.
So, here we go. They're going to bring 2 receivers this side, 1 to the top, bringing a man in motion across the formation. Calling for the ball, hands it off inside. Tigers with pressure underneath. And big number 30, Frank Jackson right there.
Yes.
Coming up with a tackle behind the line to the 41. Back to the 41.
Montre Bush leading the play, and then Frank Jackson going. Is this a good – well,
Looked like Montre was the fullback and Frank was the running back. Came in right behind him to make that play, right?
Love the speed and the quickness and the drive to get there and stop them. I love that. Third down.
Yeah, 3rd and 14 here. Calling for the ball. Back to pass. Under pressure. Screen pass. Get there. And they do.
Yes.
Oh, he stays on his feet. The Tigers get him out of bounds before he gets the first down. Brown with a nice hit, but he's able to spin, keep his balance, go out of bounds around the 40.
He gave him the 50.
They're going to mark it 49, 50, 48. The 48 of the Tigers. So it'll be 4th down.
Watch that ball.
And 3, right?
Watch that ball.
So a big 4th down here for Greenville as they've moved the ball in between, but they have not been able to get any points here. They're down 14.
They're letting that clock run.
They are. They don't want to leave the Tigers any time if they don't make this.
Watch the ball.
Do not jump. They're going to run it down and call a timeout, I guess.
Hey, now, we talked before the game that we'd get Raymond. We'd get Raymond to interview Ricky Hinton, the director of bands for Corsicana High School, and talk to him about the UIL competition on that.
Yeah, I think that may have to wait till after the performance. He's through a sea of band students between me, and he's rubbing his eyes right now. So, but I think I can catch him right after they finish.
Okay. All right. Well, they're coaches too, and they've got a game plan. They've got things that they're working on and watching and working to improve on as well. He ain't got time to talk to no sideline reporter.
Probably not at this point anyway. That UIL competition tomorrow. This is big time practice for them tonight. This is an important 12 minutes or 14 minutes that they have coming up. By the way, I didn't know this until 2 weeks ago. Those UIL performances, 8 minutes max.
Oof. Better be on it, right?
Yes. You get down, you get
Lose
graded
points.
bad
Yeah.
if you go over.
4th down, big 4th down. Looking back to pass, looking to the left, throws it underneath, incomplete. Tigers will take over.
Thank goodness he didn't throw it worth a flip because they had a cushion on us.
Yep.
We were off about 2 or 3 yards, and we weren't making up that difference fast enough there. So thank goodness he couldn't throw.
Well, when you only need 3 yards, it's not a big cushion. You don't give a big cushion, doesn't leave you much room, does it?
And I don't understand why you throw it anyway.
Yeah, you're running the ball like you have been on 4th and 3.
Yep.
I agree, or at least let the quarterback keep it or something. Get you some extra blockers out there.
Something.
So 1st down for the Tigers. They got another opportunity. Man, they got a chance to put it in the end zone and get the ball to start the second half. So 2:49 to go, up 14. Going to hand it off to Davis. He's going to be met in the backfield and brought down for a loss on the play, all the way back to the 41-yard line.
I spent too much time watching Davis run instead of looking ahead in my binoculars, instead of looking ahead to see how we adjusted to that. That right there is automatic. That's an automatic for them. They didn't happen to call a great defensive blitz right there. That's an automatic play. When you see us go in motion, and maybe the fact that you see Davis go in motion, it's on automatic. You're going.
Well, here we go. It's 2nd down and a long way, about 17 or 18. And going to throw the quick out here to Ruiz. Got a block from Taylor, but
keep going.
All these other guys, he's going to get some yards out of it. Looks like it's going to be out of bounds. I couldn't tell if they're going to stop the clock or not.
He did.
So, although depending on what happens here, you may not want that clock to stop. So.
43.5-yard line.
So we'll give them the 44 on my books, and it'll be 3rd down and at about 14.
Yeah, at least. 1, 2, 3.
So Tigers needing to convert a 3rd down here. Calling for the ball. Going to hand it off. Now Braylon's going to keep it. Good tough run by him. We haven't seen him just run a bunch.
No.
Gets back to the original line of scrimmage to the 48.
Guys, that's Antonio Locke.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, Braylon's been over here with his helmet off.
Okay, well, good. Senior getting some action right there. He ran really tough right there.
Was it as surprising to y'all this year to see him playing quarterback?
Who, Jabraylon?
No, Antonio.
It was for me.
Yeah.
When he was a sophomore, I didn't see a player that worked harder than he did. After practice, he would stay with Hartman and run routes and all that as a wide receiver. And so seeing him at quarterback this year has been kind of refreshing.
Well, good for him to get out there and get a chance. Now we're going to have timeout called by whom?
Well, it looks like right now it's an official timeout. I don't know why.
False start.
Yeah. Wonder what we did.
So Tigers go back 5 as Zuniga will be punting here and got a single receiver back. And that is number 5 for Greenville. That's Chris Whitus.
They're making a big thing about Pete having his hand on the ball for whatever reason. Good grief.
And it stops the clock.
Yeah, it does. Sure does.
There's this low snap. No, he hit his knee. He's calling his knee down. Could you see it, Raymond?
Yeah, I called it before the official did.
Yeah, I couldn't tell. I was like, oh, I hope he didn't hit his knee. But
He had to.
Yep. Well, he didn't want it to go through his legs this week. So Tigers give him a really golden opportunity here. They're going to turn it over on downs.
Here's
Greenville going to have it in great situation at 1:10 left.
Here's a 2.5, 3 minute span right here that we'd rather not have unless the defense comes through and stops them here in the next minute and 10 seconds.
Yeah, really all started with that 8-yard loss on first down.
It did. Yep, that really sent things reeling a little bit.
Well, it's 2 down here.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to have 2 receivers down here. Got Hale wide to the left. He's been their go-to guy when they've tried to throw it.
Watch number 22 up top, too.
And looking quick here on the bubble screen. Inside to Whitus. He makes some moves. Good move there. He's going to get brought down at the 15. It'll be first down with 1:01 to go. They do have 1 timeout left, as they've used 2 in the first quarter, if you'll recall.
Got to defeat blocks. You got to.
Let's start the clock. There's the whistle, and it does. They did do a really good job of blocking that.
Got a timeout.
Now we're going to call a timeout.
Yep.
Get our reset on defense there. 56 seconds to go, and this is the kind of thing we talk about as those steps, guys, is taking that step is not give them the ball at the 30-yard line with a minute left. So,
yeah, you don't want to – we've taken so many steps forward without having to take a bunch of steps back, but now we're in the taking step backs mode right here. We've got to have a play from somebody out there. Got to play good team defense in this case, and it's time to rise to the occasion.
You know, the good one thing so far, the defense has stepped up every time, whether it's generating turnovers or stops in the first half. So they've had a really good first half, and it's gotten the Tigers off to a 14-0 lead.
And didn't Coach Rogers say something about 0-3, 0-3? No points or at worst a field goal.
Yep. That's right. Hold them to nothing.
Yep.
No more than a field goal. So
we just got to know what we got to be able to play our assignment right here.
Yep. Get some pressure on them. So 56 seconds. There's a snap. You're looking back to pass, throwing to the hitch. Got him out over here, and they're going to get him out of bounds. He'll get out of bounds, and going to be inside the 10 down to about the 8-yard line. So
clock stopped with 51 seconds left.
Plenty of time on the clock with 1 timeout. So actually, they do not have a timeout left.
They shouldn't, should they?
They do not. I don't see one, do you? It looks like we have 2 and they have 0.
Yeah.
So, second down, 3 to go.
Maybe look a little back shoulder here with 2.
They use the cards to call in the plays. They got 3 different card pictures and numbers and such. So Now we're going to call a timeout. Once we got to look at what they're doing, so the Tigers call a timeout right here. So
Yeah, you've got two now who is their main receiver. It's obvious.
Yep.
They've got him cheating in his split. Of course, the ball's on the left hash, so he's cheated in as compared to being at the top of the numbers, even with or down below the numbers. So he's cheated in.
He's going out.
He's either going out or he might hit a crosser to the wide side of the field, just bring everybody across and let him cross. So there's two options there, and it's a matter of being able to, if he's a crosser and we're straight man, we have got to be able to avoid and make sure we're there, because you could get that ball to him, he could cross at the 5 and have enough traffic there to run to that far pylon. So,
well, big 2nd down and 3 right here as we come out. And he is the solo. We got a solo receiver down here. Got 2 receivers up top. Gonna bring a man. They were 2 men in motion, and they were running a little wheel route there to the running back.
A little wheel route to the running back, and they did take 2 on the crosser as well. He took off and was going across the field to clear everything out. So they're testing
good call
the man coverage to see if somebody's going to have the little back that comes over and does his dance.
So they're going to move them back, as you had 2 men in motion at the time. They did not get reset.
I love it.
So
let's have them make mistakes.
Yep. So you got 2nd and 8 now with 49 seconds to go. Should probably reset that clock to 51, but we won't tell them that.
No, he won't tell them nothing. Heck no.
So wideout comes over to get some instruction. Plenty of time as the play clock has not started.
I wonder who's got that back, man. Who's got 12? The H-back. We'll see.
That's kind of a sneaky guy that can get out.
Yes, he's the one
lost.
That'll wiggle over, and there you go. Looks like Walker's got the running back. There we go, safety on.
Dropping back, got pressure. He sidestepped. He still got pressure. Escamilla's all over him. He's going to be brought down all the way back to the 25. Clock's going to be running. They cannot stop it. They're going to bring it back to the 26. Great job on the sack, and the quarterback is down. That'll stop the clock. They got to run some time off, don't they? He does get up, but he's going to have to come off the field.
A bit of weight land on him right there.
Had what, 2 or 3 guys on top of him, didn't he?
Yes, there are 3 of them, and I was just talking to football aficionado Stephen Howe, and he just asked, why aren't we blitzing more? And then they get that sack there. So.
There you go.
And you know what? That wasn't even a blitz. That's Escamilla taking him out.
Yeah, put him at linebacker, put him at defensive end. Kid just makes plays. He played really well at linebacker, a position I bet he hadn't practiced until that week.
I bet he didn't practice it during that game. And Crandall, he had to come in the game. He just came in the game and played it. And they do finally bring the quarterback out. So 37 will come in. I love that. Julian Ramos, sophomore, comes in to play quarterback wearing number 37.
Take the snap, hand it off.
It's a heck of a time. And they don't have a timeout so they can keep the quarterback on the field. Let's run the clock. Clock's running. That's a good 10-second runoff or something, right?
Clock's good.
You know, I never want to be as critical of officials as Todd and Rusty used to be. But, I tell you, it makes me long for those Lone Star Conference guys that we have at the Heritage Bowl, because they run a tight ship.
Yes, they do. They're going to make them run the 10 seconds off, so they're on it.
I can vouch for the field judge. He is pretty smart over here. Good guy.
Is that because he's real close to you?
He's just on top of everything. He's counting the defensive players as soon as they come out, things like that.
Well, 24 seconds and counting now is 3rd and a long way. Probably about 20. And they're just going to let the clock run, I guess. 12. They're going
to snap it at 0 and run a play. and just hope.
And he's just going to down it so his guy can get out there and throw one play. So downed it with 4 seconds.
They going to kick it looks like.
Oh, okay.
Quarterback's coming back. He was out there all ready to go, and all of a sudden we're going to kick a 40.
43, 44.
Yeah. Oh.
What are they going to say?
Oh, they're counting. All right, there we go.
Yeah. On the 43-yard line. It's going to be a 33-yard line, 43-yard kick.
Here we go.
Tigers are dropping some guys back to the end zone.
They're going to be there to watch fake stuff because you just never know.
No. There's a snap and a kick. It's up. Pretty good kick. Drilled it. Yep. It's through there. 43-yard field goal to end the half. So nice job by the kicker right there.
Yep.
And the Tigers take a 14-3 lead half, and that's, hey, they hit coach's goal, right?
Yep.
None
right.
of 3. So Tigers take a 14-3 lead into the half, their best half of football probably since Cleveland. And good luck. They will get the ball to start the second half. And Corsicana Band and Calicos will be up. We'll take a break here and let you watch and listen, and we'll be back after the band.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I please direct your attention to the sideline opposite of the press box. Corsicana Independent School District is proud to present the award-winning Calicos dance team. All-American officers from left to right are Senior Lieutenant Ayana Wilson, Senior Lieutenant Abby Walthall, Senior Lieutenant Cassandra Hernandez, Senior Lieutenant Jemiah Willis, Senior Lieutenant Tamia Jackson, Senior Lieutenant Caitlin Thomas, and in the center, your captain, Senior Alisa Sanchez. Social officers of the team are Junior Riley Dunn, Junior Caden Tistan, Junior Jaden Jones, Junior Whitney Otto, Senior Kiana Dobbins, Senior Eli Solis, and Senior Head Social Officer Kaylin Thomas. The Spirit Girl of the Week is Cassie Fuller. Dancer of the Week is Antoinette Horn. The
Calicos are under the direction of Brittany Lassiter, Elizabeth Talley, and Sonia Rojas. Tonight, the Calicos will perform a groovy jazz to Let's Groove. Calicos would like to thank their standing ovation and encore bootbackers, Custom Tees, Marvin Brown, Brits and Ford Lincoln, Valvoline Express Care, McKee Lumber Company, Keithley, Hometown Medical Associates, Greenworks Printing, Corsicana Oral and Facial Surgery, Dusty's Landscape and Fence Company, Watkins Construction Company, Eagle Auto, Bottle Cap Alley, Winners Oil Partners, New History Floors and Cleaning Service, Fairbank, Royal Title, and Griffin Route and Funeral Home. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the field the Corsicana Tiger Marching Band. Tonight, the band will be performing a portion of their UIL program entitled 13, which depicts a retelling of the Apollo 13 space mission. Drum majors for the band are Marissa Flores, Deshaun Lloyd, Angie Ferrelis, and Cassidy Coleman. The Tiger Band is under the direction of Ricky Hinton, Nathan Williams, Michael Ballou, Billy Murray, Nicholas Smith, and Chloe Messer-Smith. Please sit back and enjoy the showcase of spirit and pride, the Corsicana Tiger Marching Band. members of the week are Natalie Camarillo, Emmanuel Martinez, Caden Smittyweather, and Ronnie Rivas. The band would like to thank current sponsors Bank, Riot, HEB, and Hometown Medical Associates. The Tiger Band would also like to thank Stephanie Howell, the CISD School Board, and CHS Administration for all of their support. We really appreciate you. The band has UIL marching contest tomorrow at Midway Waco. Please give them a really big round of applause and wish them good luck for a wonderful performance tomorrow. CTV!
Ladies and gentlemen, Greenville High School is proud to present the oldest drill team in the world, the Flaming Flashes. The Flaming Flashes are led onto the field by our 2024-2025 dance officers from left to right. Major Abigail Salas, Major Adriana Rios, Lieutenant Colonel T.J. Mathis, Colonel Jillian Sherrill, Lieutenant Colonel Brisa Gutierrez.
All right, we're back here. We've got Raymond going to have the interview with Mr. Hinton, band director, and shortly as he gets done, saw the Tiger Band go to their coach, and I know they're getting ready for competition tomorrow. Their big day.
Yep, it's going to be and that's huge too. That's like their game day. That's like their regional championships before they can make it to state. So it's an important time for all those band members and all the work that they put in that people don't know about. They have no idea that they're up every morning and out on the practice field and going through their routine and all those wonderful things. They've got two-a-days.
Yeah.
Yes, they've got two-a-days as well in the heat. So, when Raymond gets there, he's going to take over, and we're going to interview Mr. Hinton and hear his side of the story. And then once Raymond's done there, I'll take the time to talk with our executive director of athletics and extracurricular programs, Coach Clint Roddy. So,
well, that first half was a good solid half for the Tigers. We saw a little bit of everything. We saw a couple of takeaways, a defensive score, a great offensive drive. The defense really made a play there to not give up a touchdown.
Yes.
Right before half, and it took for a high school game, that's a really big field goal, 43-yard field goal there for Greenville to get on the board.
And we get the ball to start the second half.
Yes, we do.
They chose to accept it, and take the ball. So we'll get the ball and do our thing.
Well,
let me get my glasses on.
Raymond is preparing. He'll be here shortly, and we'll have that interview for you, and we should have some video of that as well, I believe. So we got the crack camera guys out there. So
yeah, we were lucky that lucky I guess that Adam was lucky that he didn't have to set up a whole camera abra.
It works a little better. We got a separate camera outside that Adam's not having to do everything. He's just having to worry about the switching. So
if we can just get the crack band director here now, we'll be okay. He's on his way, guys.
He's holding you up. I can't believe he's holding you up. So
no, here he is.
There we go.
So,
all right, we'll turn it down to you, Raymond.
Okay, so I've got Mr. Ricky Hinton. He's our band director at Corsicana High School. And in the morning, he's taking his band west to Hewitt, Texas for the UIL competition at Midway High School. Mr. Hinton, won't you tell us a little bit about the band this year, about your performance, and about the competition?
Of course. Our marching band this year is about 120 hardworking kids, and we are heading to Waco for competition for UIL with our space-themed show, 13. It's a retelling of the Apollo 13 mission, and we have a giant Earth and moon prop that they march in between and around. The music is very exciting, and in the middle very solemn, because the story of 13, you know, they took off, made it into space, lost a part of their ship, and they weren't going to make it back. And a team of scientists had to put the science together so that they had to eject oxygen, slingshot around the moon, and come home. So we pay homage to the moon and to the Earth and to the astronauts that, you know, they made it. So that was good. We're looking to get superior ratings. We haven't had straight superior ratings since 2019. And this is our year. It has to be. Like, this is the best our band has been in a very long time, and we're very proud of them.
So, just for the average person that comes to your games, maybe that's not a band parent, they don't really realize what goes into this. And talk about, like a football program, there's steps that are taken. You don't just show up in the summer ready to perform in the fall. It takes steps and putting in extra pieces each week. Just talk about that, building a performance to get to this point to go to UIL.
Of course. So we meet together at the end of July, and we do marching fundamentals for about 2 weeks. We're not allowed to start our show until August 1st. And once August 1st hits, we have about 2 months to get a full show on the field and perform it at 4 or 5 competitions. And that takes about, you know, we have a 50-minute class every day, and then we have 6 to 8 hours of after-school practice every week. And then we have football games and competitions. You know, these kids put in probably, if I had to guess, 25 to 30 hours a week of practice with everything in total. And, you know, they put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears in it. And they all think it's worth it, and we think it's worth it. And I couldn't wish for a better set of kids. So.
Well, tell us about the competition tomorrow. What time it starts, where it's at, what time you're scheduled to perform.
So our UIL competition in Hewitt, we are slated to perform at 2 p.m. You can get in as early as 9:30 a.m. and watch some other 4A and 5A bands before we perform. We do perform right after College Station and Lake Belton. So the competition is stiff. Those are very good state-bound bands that are more than triple our size, but I think we're small and mighty, and we're going to give them a run for their money.
Well, I think Corsicana has always been known for being small and mighty. So kind of small in stature. The band is having a send-off in the morning, guys. 10:15 is about the depart time, so if the public wants to come out and support the band, be out there early, right behind the field house by the baseball field. That's where the band hall is. Ricky, tell us about that process. When do you load up? When do the wheels start rolling and all that stuff?
All right, so back by the tennis courts and the baseball field is where our buses will line up, and our kids will load up and start moving on out. And we would love to have our fans line the streets from the high school parking lot all the way to Highway 31. And if you're really, really brave, you can even travel down 31 towards Waco a little bit. Every few miles, if these kids see another Corsicana fan cheering on and hollering at them, it's going to hype them up, and it's going to make them want to perform even better.
All right, Ricky, thank you for your time. Good luck tomorrow, Mr. Hinton. Travel safe home, okay? Thank you. Guys, they're going to leave right after they play the fight song when the band comes out. And while I got you on camera, I'll tell you about next week. We're going to have a promotion at the stadium. If I can reach down deep in this pocket and find it. This inner pocket has like 4 layers to it. But we're going to have a promotion next week where fans, if they wear pink to the game, it's our pink out game versus Kaufman next Friday night. Wear pink to the game, and we're going to have 2 tables at both exits. And we want people to wear pink to honor breast cancer warriors. And they're going to be able to fill out this form or this card, just like they do at the MLB All-Star Game for Stand Up for Cancer. You're going to get to sign a name in here. Like for me, I would put my nana or my nanny. And then during the game, we're going to be able to show those people on the Jumbotron, both live and shots that we take during the game. We're not going to do quite like the All-Star Game. We're not going to stop the game, not going to ask the players and officials to hold them. But we're going to be there next week with these. It's our big pink out game. We also got Kicking for Chicken that night. Chick-fil-A's coming out, very similar to the Heritage Bowl, and the powered by Riot this year. And also that night, the cheer clinic participants, the Littles are going to perform with our cheerleaders that night. So come out next Friday night to the stadium, wear your pink, and honor someone that's battled breast cancer in your life.
Raymond, thank you. Thanks for the plug there. That's a neat concept there to represent or to honor individuals from your family that have battled cancer, and that's a neat idea to do in a high school stadium, because you do see it all across the country at baseball, Major League Baseball games. So,
well, Richie, I know y'all do a lot of this on Friday nights, but we don't do this if we don't have the quality game broadcast that we have with Adam and his crew. I mean, I hear people talk about the quality of it all the time, and it's just exceptional. I mean, you think about a road game like this one. He doesn't have everything at his disposal, yet it's still a quality broadcast. But you get him at home, and he's got sideline cameras, end zone cameras. He does a great job, and his crew does a great job. And without that, we're definitely not doing this promotion.
Well, that's good to hear, because Rusty and I see it every week. I mean, we're a part of it every week. We just show up and just do what we're doing here, and hopefully we're communicating well enough to everybody. We're putting out a good product on our end of it, because you're right, Adam, Jonathan Seaton, and all the crew, they do a fantastic job putting this thing together. And with the funds that they've been able to raise, and in order to buy some of this quality equipment, you can't have it unless you have the equipment that you need, and providing them the money, whether it's through donations or money that the school's able to contribute to that. This wouldn't be going on. But then you've got Adam, he's like a brainiac. He knows how to do this in his sleep. And Rusty and I are pushing buttons. No, don't do that. I got it, guys. So you got somebody that knows what he's doing, and it's great to have him on staff as well.
Yeah, just think about how effective he's going to be, too, not drinking 8 Dr. Peppers a day.
Yeah, he won't be ping, 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 ricochet rabbit, because if not, he's pinging. He's everywhere.
Yeah, he really is. He does so much for our district that people don't know about. He's one of those guys behind the scenes that's just critical to what we do, and certainly would hope I'm gone before Adam's gone. So
I understand that idea too. Well, thanks, Raymond, and we're going to bring it back up here to the booth. And with me, I've got Clint Roddy, our Executive Director of Athletics and Extracurricular Programs. Hey, you ended up becoming second in this place.
I know.
Usually
we might need to get Chuck back, because Raymond should have taken up a lot of time tonight. It took a lot of my time.
Raymond's got some skills down there on the field as well.
I tell you what.
Yeah, well, you're right, and he's been he became part of the Heritage Bowl, and with his connections and everything that he's got, he brings a big piece of it to the Heritage Bowl. But he is a great asset to the school district as well, with all his knowledge and his ability, just like what we just saw.
100%, yeah.
The pink out stuff. So,
Raymond was giving a lot of kudos to Adam, but kudos to Raymond Lennox and Communications Department for all they do to support all the programs in the school and just the school district itself. So we appreciate them to the 10th degree.
Yeah, it's very helpful with your department as well to have him out there pinging stuff on social media and whatever. So
absolutely.
All right, so let's get to brass tacks here, so to speak. Let's talk about the week that's taken place, some of the games that have been played, and you also have some teams and programs that are kicking their season off too. I'll let you talk about
absolutely. So congratulations to Coach Strother and the volleyball girls who beat Terrell on Tuesday night for a big district win. They played Red Oak tonight, and believe it or not, there's only 3 district ball games left in the volleyball season. So confident that they're going to finish strong, but congratulations to them on that huge win on Tuesday. And they'll be back on the road this next Tuesday night at Crandall. So golf team finished 3rd in their tournament on Monday, so congratulations to Coach Dotson. They played over at the Pinnacle Golf Club at Cedar Creek, and then want to recognize and wish Coach Jesus Rodriguez and our boy runner Ezekiel Rojas best of luck on Tuesday at the regional 5A cross country meet. That's going to be held at Lynn Creek Park in Grand Prairie. So Ezekiel run at 9:30 Tuesday morning. So come out and watch him. And then lastly, Wow, congratulations to Coach Chad White and our tennis team, regional quarterfinals champions. They smoked Lake Belton 10-0 on Tuesday to advance to the regional semifinal, where they lost to Frisco Centennial in a tough match. But just tremendous program, tremendous coaching, tremendous kids, and what a fantastic season they had. So congratulations to them. And then I was talking to you guys off air. Believe it or not, man, girls basketball started practice this Tuesday. Can you believe that?
No, I can't.
And then the boys will start this following Tuesday, the 23rd. So 10 days from this past Tuesday, they'll be scrimmaging.
Wow. And the head coach for the girls basketball program?
Nick Claiborne and Alan Walker on the boys' side. So good luck to them. And then, like you guys said, pink out next Friday night back at home on the 25th against Kaufman. Everybody come out, Community National Bank and Trust Stadium, right, Rusty?
Yes, sir.
And watch the Tigers come out and beat Kaufman. So I know we're about to kick this thing off, so thanks again for having me.
You bet.
You guys have a great call in the second half.
Thank you. There you have it from Clint Roddy, the Executive Director of Athletics and Extracurricular Programs, giving us an update on the past week.
Raymond used all his time.
Raymond can talk. Thanks, Coach.
Raymond's a professional now.
He is.
Thanks, Clint. Well, I tell you what, and I wasn't on when Raymond was talking, but I know the poster, the board he's talking about.
Right.
And obviously we can't go forward without talking about our family member, our radio and broadcast family member, Todd Wills, of course.
Right.
Cancer eventually got the best of him after a tough battle, and we still miss him every day. And, I was watching a Ranger game, Kumar Rocker threw the other day, and I was like, that when he threw that first game, I said, oh, man, I got to text Todd. And just out of reaction, and I was like, oh, kind of one of those wake-up moments, that just slaps you in the face. But Tigers going to do some slapping right now as they're going to get the opening kickoff here and see if they can't add to this lead. There's the pooch kick, taking it about the 28. It's caught by the Tigers, makes a little move right there. C.J. Davis, the touchdown man, is going to get it up past the 35, and the Tigers will take over there in relatively good field position.
Love the way he caught that ball, and he didn't take off to run to the middle of the field. He just got the ball and did a little move and just tried to squeeze through what he could get and keep possession of the ball. Love it.
Caught it sure-handed.
Sure.
No bobbling.
None.
Just catch the ball and go, as you pointed out. Just get it up the field. And the Tigers take over. They're at the 35-yard line.
He was very intentional with that catch.
He was.
He had the form and everything set.
Just like he coached it up.
Yeah. He's been working on that, you can tell.
We do have Jabraylon Jones and Keenan Murphy in the game. Didn't really see Keenan Murphy after that first drive a whole lot. There's a flag, and Murphy going to bring it to the right side. Would have good yards, would be possibly a long run, but see what that flag is for.
Throw a flag on that, please. Don't turn your back. Throw a flag on that taunting, getting in his face. That's ridiculous. I take that back. Sorry, guys.
See what the call is, and it's coming back.
I think it might have been 2 men in motion.
It is illegal shift. So Tigers
God, it turned out so good.
And a lot of that is just a good running by Murphy as he kicks it out, broke a tackle, and was able to get down the field. So, hey, Tom, let's turn this light out. It's a little giving some glare off these lights, off this windows. Oh, that's a lot easier to see. So it is 14-3 Tigers with the lead. They'll have it 1st and 15 now after the 5-yard penalty.
I like the fact that we ran the ball away from our jet motion, and they were coming to get it from the get-go.
That's a good adjustment after that, what they did on that sweep and at that last drive. So they're going to pick up a couple yards there, maybe 3, see where they finally mark it. So it'll be 2nd and fairly long here. Tigers need to get a bunch of yards here, and they will give him 3 up to the 33. So 2nd and 12.
A little halftime adjustment is do things fast. Get up there and get set. We got set pretty quick there.
Bring the man in motion across to make it an even 2-by-2 set. Going to check with the sideline. So Jones is going to go make the call. Nice little breeze coming in that window now.
Sure is.
There's a snap. Going to hand it off inside to Murphy. and he's going to be hit. He's
That's
going to
a
get a
block.
couple. And did not clear much space for him in there.
Not at all. Didn't clear any on the outside. And, he ran that play earlier in the game, dipped it inside, and then came back on the outside hip of Reese right there. But that time he just took it off and ran back behind where Reese was, and we didn't block a soul out there with it, so that was a short gain there.
3rd and 10, going to check the sideline. Again, 4-receiver set. So Jabraylon Jones going to come up and call the play. Going to throw the bubble screen. They're doing a lot better job pursuing on that. This time defeats the block and going to bring him down for a loss. So Tigers are going to have to punt here to start this opening drive. Not the way you really wanted to start this second half.
No, not at all. And you can see the adjustments that the Greenville defense has made. They've taken number 33, who was a outside defensive end, and they've pulled him up, and he is now a linebacker in the middle of the formation. If you can remember, in that first quarter, they didn't have a linebacker in the middle formation, and that's why we were able to move the ball down the field. So they've got him in the middle. They've got 2 outside linebackers, and they're just sitting at home. They're not always blitzing. They're a little more.
Much better snap, and got to get that kick off quick, and they do. Comes up and fields it.
Yes.
Tigers are right there
Good
with
play.
an immediate hit. So good job right there, and that is that 8, C.J. Davis on the tackle there,
No.
Raymond?
That was Marquise Cook.
Yes.
Marquise Cook, 19, okay. So good job by Marquise. He's not a big kid, but he'll dang sure come up and hit you.
Well, and, he likes it too because the guy's catching the ball and he can tee off on him, and that was great timing to where he didn't get there too soon to draw a flag, so he timed that out very, very well. And it's, he's running full speed, but then as he slows down, he's timing everything out and did a great job of his judgment to time it out to make that tackle.
Guys, Jaden is still on the sidelines, but it looks like he might be able to play.
All right, well, let's see if we see 12 back out there. Escamilla staying at end. Going to hand it off, coming to the left side. Got a
Yes,
little
good
room.
play.
Ball's on
Ball.
the ground. Damon Brown's got a chance at it. Tigers are there. It's close.
Looks like we got
Turtle Lewis says we have it.
it. It looks like we got it.
Cornejo says we have it. The guy that counts hasn't said that yet, but they're digging
Hopefully
around
those-
looking.
Hopefully those mat drills paid off.
Yeah, if we just fall on that and not try to pick it up and run, we definitely have it.
So Damon Brown, his second turnover of the night with the fumble recovery. So Tigers look to take advantage of that.
Great job by Alan Walker. He scraped from the outside, got in. He ran in between the guard and the tackle that was pulling, ran in between, made contact, made the strip, and then we had our pursuit guys coming in and making a play. But just like Raymond said, it seems like everybody wants to just scoop it up and go score, and just get on the ball and make it be ours.
Well, it is ours at the 35. So first down from the 35-yard line of theirs. Got to get the playoff. 2-1. Call a timeout right here.
Lee, man, we can't. We just can't.
I think we got the play clock started before the staff really realized it when they were in the huddle on the sideline.
Yeah, that's a tough one to have to waste a timeout on right there. That's hard.
So guys, I just talked to assistant trainer Ashley Jonas, and she said that Jaden Jones is not out of the game, that he should be back.
Okay. That's
Good deal.
Good sideline reporting there by a professional. Raymond Lennox.
Yeah, you do that for the NFL.
Man, I think so.
Monday Night Football, Thursday Night Football. We'll watch you on Amazon Prime, Raymond.
He was good Heritage Bowl for us. So.
Yes, he was.
Well, you guys may know a former coach named Steve Pipkin. He's already told me I'm no Aaron Andrews. So.
Well, that's no doubt. So
that is classic Coach Pipkin right there.
all right. I think Evans is in the game at running back for the Tigers. Got tight end in the game, it looks like.
Oh, he
Or
changed up.
two backs anyway.
Middle's wide open.
So going deep, throwing it up for Turtle Lewis. He comes down with it. Is he
No.
in bounds?
He was
He is
out.
not in bounds. I like the jump ball. I like throwing it to the outside right there, giving him a chance.
Yeah, I do too. But I'm greedy because as I look, the defensive end, 33 or 13, whatever his number is, he was on the edge and the middle was wide open for us to run the ball again. But as you see now, if you're watching,
They've got him back.
yeah, he's back now.
So we got trips to the left side.
Oh, he's coming out on the edge. I like
There we
that
go.
piece of it too.
Let's hand it off. Huh?
Yes, and block.
And they do.
Go.
And to Murphy up the middle, and he's
Yes,
got
sir.
room. Going to
That
get
away.
past the 30. Not a first down, but at least to the 29, a gain of 6 or 7. The guy on our side is at 7. The guy on their side is at 6.5. So
Manageable 3rd and short right here. Just
going to
stick
hand
in
it
there.
off,
Go, baby.
and it is a first down.
Yes,
they get
sir.
to
He's
25.
across the line. There
So-
we go. Good deal.
Just get that first down, move the chains, keep them going right here.
Yeah, and we are at a fast pace here.
So now they're going to check the sideline.
Run that ball up the middle. I dare you, Coach. I dare you.
And just pound away on them like they were
Yes.
doing
Uh-huh.
kind of at us, right?
Yes.
You got them spread out across the field. And they're going to throw look quick. Jabralin's going to come out wide to the right and just throw it away. And it's going to be 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10. I thought he would have gathered himself because he had some guys coming across that were open, but he'd have to kind of throw it back behind him in order to get there to him. And he evidently didn't feel comfortable, so he did the right thing. Didn't turn the ball over.
Yeah, you'd rather have him do that and throw it into traffic back, across the grain. So.
We know what that looks like because that happened earlier in the, later in the second quarter.
Well, it's 8 minutes, 14 seconds here in the third quarter. Going to hand it off to Murphy inside. He's stutter step, kicks it outside. Got room down to around the 15. Should be another first down depending on the mark, but I believe he will get it. Yeah, he gave him the 14, so
Yes.
first down right there.
Okay.
Good run by Keenan Murphy.
I should have done a better job of watching. He was out of bounds on our end, and I just wanted to see more of the accuracy of the mark. Because at Poteet, it seemed like we got a yard less every time. Yeah. But, once again, I need to get off that. Call a game, Richie. Don't worry about the officials.
They got trips out to the wide side, handed off inside again. Stood up right at the line as the guard was stood up. Murphy's never hit the ground. He kept up, but he will have nowhere to go and probably lose a couple on the play. Maybe
Let's
a yard.
Just a yard. That wasn't as bad as what it initially looked like.
So 2nd and 11 right there.
Guys, this drive's been getting a little chippy, too. Cody Waldrop from Greenville and Max Gomez got into it. I don't know that he knows that Gomez is a Gold Gloves finalist.
Oh, there you go. That's good information there, Raymond. So here we go. It's going to be 2nd and 11. They're coming. Going to hand it off to Murphy. Kicks it out to the left. Can he turn it up?
Yes,
he does.
he can.
Gets up to the 10. And there's a flag. That's a late flag. Let's see what that call is. Then bring the flag back. That's not a good sign.
No, it's not.
That's a hold. I think it was a hold,
Wow.
or was it a person?
Wow.
Yeah. So they're going to bring up 2nd and long.
That's coming from the back judge.
Mm-hmm. All the way back to the 25. So that's from the line of scrimmage.
Now, that's where he marked it from.
Huh.
Yeah.
So got 2nd and 20. Looking back to pass, looking left. Throws the slant to Taylor, and it hits him in the hands, and he drops it.
Yeah, those kind of things can't happen either. Not at all.
I mean, you're clearing out with the inside guy. You're running him up. You got a slant coming behind it.
Yeah.
Opening it up.
That little under route right there, he's got it. Nobody's close. Just catch it, turn it up, and get what you can. And let's have a 3rd and medium instead of this 3rd and forever.
Yeah, that gives you a chance. He's great with the ball after the catch. He just got to hang on to it.
Yep, that's it.
Got trips to the short side now, and he's out there by himself, Jamil Taylor. Going to hand it off inside to Evans, trying to get out of it, see if they can get back into a little better field goal range. Gets it up to the 20. So that'd be about a 37-yarder.
Let's see if they're going to kick it.
And be 4th and about 16 as they give them the 21.
We're going to wait and see. Okay.
Looks like they're calling a play.
Yeah, they're calling a play. So here we go with a 4th and 16 call.
Probably not the highest of odds of making it, so we'll see if we can execute this. Going to roll to the left. Looking out there. He's got a man in the end zone. Braylon's going to keep it. He's going to have to get 16. That's really one he's just got to throw it up and give his guy a chance at the jump ball, right?
Yeah, he does. And then we're taking a chance on him getting hit like that and landed on. So that's tough. Physically, that's tough.
Yep.
And so
they're going to have the ball at the 14-yard line. So Tigers get that turnover, can't do anything with it. Still hold a 14-3 lead as Greenville's not in good field position. They have the ball at their 14-yard line, so see if the defense can come through again.
Yeah, those two series right there offensively for us are not promising. We've got to pick it up. Defensively, we can't play into that same mode of play.
And hand it off coming to the left side, and they're going to get a few. But
you got to be
Tigers
kidding me.
Bring him down.
You got to be kidding me. Number 12 is grabbing our hips and bringing us down as we make the tackle, and there's no call.
At 54 was holding Montre Bush, no call.
Yeah, and there's a point in time when, that's just out of hand. That's not.
That's 2nd and 6. Hand it off inside. Makes a move outside. Going to be short of the first down. Going to have it at the 21. Needs about 3 here on 3rd down.
Had Montre on that tackle, too.
So big 3rd down here for the Tigers defense.
It's huge. You got to play your technique. You got to get off blocks, and you got to pursue the football right here.
So here's the snap. Going to hand it off inside.
Yes.
Defense stuffs him. And can they get him down? There they are. They pull him back. He will not have a first down. Oh, man, they give him the 28, which is a yard short.
Okay. All right, let's see what Greenville does.
Excuse me, the 23, not the 28, but the 23.
See what coach decides here. He feels like he's got it.
It is 4th and a yard. They're going to line it up.
Tackle over, along with an H.
You're 0 for 6. Might as well, right?
Well, yeah, what do you got to lose? And we haven't done well these last 2 offensive series anyway.
All right,
Tigers, here we go.
Jam it up, Big Cornejo. Going to hand it off. Tigers are there. Oh, he's going to get a sidestep for the first down. He's breaking through. He's going. He's got a blocker.
Yeah,
got one man. He's going to score.
He's scoring.
Oh, man, you see that on short yardage sometimes. He's going to break through for a conversion on 4th and 1. We'll have a 77-yard touchdown.
That is a tough one to swallow there. And I think the reason it is because we just haven't asserted ourselves offensively. And, our mistakes down here once we got the ball, recovered the fumble, we didn't turn that into points like we did earlier in the game. And it's that same old that just keeps showing its ugly face right there. And we've got to break free of that, shed it, and let's get out there and let's do something offense.
So it's 14-10 as the extra point is good. So the Tigers gamble there by the Greenville coaching staff as they make the most of it. Head football coach David Collins deciding to go for it on 4th and 1 deep in his own territory. And he's able to break a tackle and bust through and have the big long run right there. And Jaden Johnson, 16 carries for 151 yards there, and the 77-yarder will help your average pretty quick, right?
Oh, yeah, it sure will. Yeah, it makes you look like you've dominated the whole game.
So the Tigers will receive the kickoff here and have not done well offensively here in the second half, although they did get it. Well, that was a 9-play drive a while ago when they turned it over on downs.
Yeah.
Picked up a couple first downs, but just don't seem to have that rhythm. It's like 8 yards or no yards or minus 2 yards. And then, you're relying on a big play to get you back in to get a chance at the first down. And, the holding penalty down here just could not overcome that.
Yeah,
so.
that really put us behind it bad.
So, after allowing the big long run there on fourth down, Tigers will have this kickoff to return. And here's the kick. It's a short kick, and it's caught at the 34. Tigers make a move. That's C.J. Davis. Again, not afraid to catch it in traffic. Gets it up to about the 39-yard line.
Not afraid to catch it, but we've got to do a better job in front of him. And by that, I mean we need to go pick cats off, because those outside guys that are where the ball's being pooched, they're full speed and nobody's slowing him down. And he's taking a chance. When he's catching that ball, he's got to be protected. And you got a job. You got an obligation there. Take those guys out and give him – all it takes is one block, and then he can be down the line.
Right there, all it takes is get one guy, and you got a chance to bust it for big. So, Tigers really need a drive here to end in points. So, 14-10 lead. They've had leads before in district and watched them go away. So, they really need to hang on right here. They got 2 back set, going to hand it off to the up back to Murphy. Big gain right there. He's going to get up past midfield. And you got it winding out here about holding, but not a call. Now there's a late flag at about the 48 or 9-yard line. And you cannot hold 10 yards down the field, Coach.
Well, no, you can't. And Murphy's down on the sideline over there. Don't know what's up.
So basically it'll be a no play. You'll be back to 1st and 10. And you got the head coach is in the referee's ear about something. And now he's on the line judge. So we got a holding call. And cramps, okay.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's cramps. Or at least that's what I see him working on. They're taking his toe and bending it toward his shin to get that calf to release.
Oh, that's the worst feeling in the world, man. It's just awful. So the Tigers are going to have the ball at the 39. That might actually give them a 1st and 9.
Watching Keenan run this year, you just got to remember he's only a sophomore, and he doesn't have a lot of the natural instincts that you see a lot of the great running backs have, just some running low to the ground, some cuts here and there. But if that stuff comes to him over the next 2 years, he's going to be a good one. He's a good-sized kid to play that position.
Yeah, he just runs with sure power a lot of times.
Yeah, and I think that first drive, I think he got a little tired and coming out of the second half, and it's been a long time since we had a kid that could carry it 40 times a night and be as effective on carry 40 as he was on, maybe even better than carry number 1. So,
yeah, that's a guy named Kettrick Sanford who used to get that many carries.
Yeah, and he just seemed to get better as the game went on.
Sounds like Cameron Washington too.
Yep. Of course, he wasn't touched for half of his carries.
Yeah, but that cat was strong.
Man, when he got through the hole, there was no catching him.
Yes.
Fun
Strong
guys to
and
watch.
fast. Yes, they were. Well, I coached against Kettrick because I was at Palestine.
Oh, man.
We were in Corsicana's district, and I coached against him back then.
Richie, funny story, Kettrick's sophomore year when he was starting to make a name for himself, they played over there, and I actually covered the game from the sideline, one of the few I did that year. And I think the first drive, y'all stymied him pretty good at the line, and the PA announcer said, "Welcome to Palestine, Mr. Sanford," and I think he ended up going for about 185 or 200 the rest of the night. So
that thing right there just went down quick with that popping off.
Yep. Yeah, Keenan got some tough cramps, boy. He's still struggling to get across the field. And again, without Mark Brown, you really need Keenan in the ball game as much as possible. He and Christian Evans has done a nice job tonight as well. But you need 2 or 3 backs anymore in the way the game is played. I think really we're also more effective when we have 2 backs in the backfield.
Oh, yeah.
So it's 1st and 9 for the Tigers as they get the 10-yard penalty downfield, which really hurts. And they're going to hand it off to Evans, and he's hit at the 40. He's going to push forward. It's still going. Get up to about the 44. Let's see what the final spot is.
There's no telling with that coach over there. Who knows?
Yeah, it's going to give him the 43 and the other side of the 43, so almost the 44.
All right, 2nd and medium.
Yeah.
Good manageable play, and they've got that play on the play sheet, and so it's not like you got to become a magician.
2nd down, hand it off to Evans. Comes to the middle, and again, not a lot of room. He gets to the 45, but that is it. He gets 2 on the play. And they've only got a 3-man front. We have got to do a better job on those guys.
That's why I'm silent. That's why I'm silent. We've got and they're blitzing from the opposite side, so we've got to be able to run through a tackle.
Same thing, hand it off, and this time there's nowhere to go.
Not at all.
They are wearing that side out, and they're actually going to mark him a yard behind the line of scrimmage, so a loss of a yard. So Tigers going to have to punt again.
Either side of the offensive line they are owning. We have not stopped them defensively by our offensive front and their blocking. So that creates issues, that changes momentum, and you can tell they have it, especially after that 70-something yard run.
Caleb Hale goes back as the single safety. They had 10 men on the line. Again, after the first snap was low, they're really going to be coming for this.
Yes, they are. They're feeling it.
Much better snap last time. High snap. Good job by Zuniga going up to get it. Got rid of it. That's about all he could do.
Find the ball.
And it bounces at the 30-something and going to take a good Tiger bounce. Go out of bounds at the 24.
Just let it go. Don't stop it any sooner.
Yeah, you don't have to touch that, right?
Let the clock run a little bit.
Hey, being a little probably too close to the action down here, listening to some of the talk, I think that was a running back error on that last play. They're saying he didn't go to the correct hole, and he was exposed where he went. So that's what they're talking about at the point of the cut. He was in the wrong spot.
Well, that's what we're paying you the big bucks down there for, Randy. Getting that kind of insight.
I'll wait on that check.
Same time I get mine. Okay, 1st down here at the 24. And they're going to run this bunch down here and going to send a man in motion to the right side on the wing. Going to hand it off to the running back. He's picking his holes. And again, pretty good space there. Lopez will be a part of that group to get him down. And going to bring him down at the 30.
I'd love for us to hit some legs there, because physically at defensive end, we are not big enough and strong enough to take on these offensive linemen chest to chest. Got Escamilla down now.
You do have Jaden Jones back in the game.
Okay, that's good.
That's good. We lose Escamilla and get Jones back, so at least you're able to bring somebody on the field. Jerry's been important out there wherever he's been.
Guys playing 2 different positions, and he pops up and limps it off, or is trying to limp it off. Just see how it goes.
So it's going to be 2nd down and 6, right, or 4 right here for the Lions. Minute 45 to go in the 3rd. Tigers cling to a 14-10 lead. They had a 14-0 lead after a great drive and then a defensive score in the first half. Gave up a field goal as time expired, 43-yard field goal as time expired, and then just gave up a 77-yard touchdown run on 4th and a yard. And right now, the Tigers could use a negative play. One of those TFLs would be nice right here.
Yeah, capitalized TFL.
So going to hand it off to the running back coming to the left side. He's got a little seam, turns it up. Good hard running right there. He's going to get the 1st down up to the 36-yard line.
They're going to keep doing that until the cows come home.
Yeah.
Why not? We haven't taken a lineman out and made him second guess himself pulling. Until we do something like that and get their attention, they're going to keep those guys feel like they're unstoppable right now.
So it's 1st down. Hand it off inside. Got a seam. Linebacker or safety come up. Is that Cooks or Lewis? Lewis comes up with the tackle at the 42.
I like the way that things got played there by the defensive end. I love the fact that Lopez came inside and at least stuffed it. It's too bad, though, that we're asking our free safety to come up and make a play where we got to have linebackers making those plays.
Well, it is 2nd and 5 right here, but they're getting 5 or 6 a carry on first down. It really sets you up on a lot simpler downs, right, to get these first downs. So 2nd and 5, bringing a man in motion. Going to fake the handoff, roll into the left, throwing it deep. He's wide open, and it's number 5 with the catch. That is Whitus. Lewis is going to bring him out of bounds. But, again, I think he down the sideline as the outside receiver goes in, and he's wide open there.
Yeah, and, depending on what the coverage was, we didn't have that flat defender that was really dropping and taking space away, and we ran into that trouble at Poteet last week.
Is that a wheel route that they ran right there down the sideline? So it's first down here from the 30. Handoff inside. Again, just pounding away. Going to kick it outside. Got some yards. Good tackle out here by Brown. Is that a holding call right there? I think I saw a flag come down.
I hope so. My gosh. No, there's no flag anywhere.
No flag. I thought I saw him throw a flag. Did not.
No.
It's going to be to the 23-yard line. Gain of 7.
That's a simple zone, and he's just finding his open space.
First down, that's where it's killing us. And going to hand it off inside, turns it up. We'll have a first down. Spins, man, just does not want to go down. Powell still moving, is at the 10, still going. Rugby scrum, going to get it down close to the 5.
All right, we're pointing
now
like
we're pointing
we have
to the ball.
Well, and when you're in a big group like that, unless they see it, it's going to be hard for you to get that call made.
They're talking.
They're going to call him down on contact.
Yeah. You get in that big pile like that, we can come up with the ball all we want, but unless they see it, then it ain't happening.
I understand that for sure, but if you're going to let them continue to push and not blow it dead, because the momentum had stopped there for a while, how do you know the ball didn't come out?
Sure.
So
you're right.
It's hard to know. It's going to be first and goal here as Greenville looking to take their first lead in the game if they can punch this in. That's the end of the third quarter, headed on to the fourth. We're going to take a short break right here as we get ready and catch our breath for the fourth quarter. We'll be back right after this. All right, we get ready here. It's first and goal from the 6. Starting the fourth quarter, Tigers trying to hang on to a 14-10 lead. Second half has not gone well for the Tigers. Going to hand it off inside. Makes a move, turns it back inside. He's got the end zone, and they're just wearing the middle of the defense out.
Yeah, they have totally taken over and controlled the line of scrimmage. They can run it to their left. They can run it to their right. They can run it up the middle. They've totally begun to take control, and they're feeling it. That's the thing, is they're feeling it. You're playing an 0-6 team that is yet to win a football game, and now something good is happening for them. They are like a shark in a feeding frenzy. You've chummed the waters, and here they come.
Here's the kick is up, and no good.
Yeah, we go.
So it stays at 16-14 right here.
There's a bright spot in that series right there. The fact that they didn't make that PAT, and that puts them up only 2, so that if we begin to control the line of scrimmage better defensively and have them kick the ball to us and move the ball up and down the field, at least we got a chance to kick a field goal with the wind at our back and win a football game. I'm just looking ahead, by the way.
Yep. Got to.
Hey, Raymond, here's a LTF for you. Rusty and I met each other in Gray Y football.
Right.
51 years ago, playing for the Saints.
Do you have to say how long ago?
Oh, sorry about that. Hey, that's maturity, guys. That's maturity.
I said it. It was 50 for us. So.
Yeah. So, yep, the mighty Saints, baby, ran a single wing.
Had the black and gold long sleeve unis, white pants. Man, we were kicking it back then.
You got it.
Little T-bar face mask.
Yeah,
we had leather helmets probably back then. So. All right, here's the kickoff coming. I got some scores for you around the district in just a second. A little bit some surprises as soon as we get this kickoff. And it's a short kick coming to this side. And it's caught by Cooks coming to the middle. Turns it back up. Got a little room there. Now he's going to go down. The ball's on the ground. Tigers are all over it, though. And got to carry that ball a little tighter there. But the Tigers will have the ball at about the 36-yard line.
C.J. Davis on the recovery.
See, he's all over the place, baby. He has been good tonight on the 36. All right, Terrell 28, Ennis 21.
Wow.
You got Poteets 20, Kaufman 21. Kaufman's been really good most of the year. And Heritage is 56-3 over Crandall. I don't know what happened to Crandall, but they were pretty solid there for most of the year. And they were getting it handed to them tonight. So, going to run the play, hand it off inside. Not much there. Maybe, nope. About line of scrimmage.
About an inch. Once again, they've taken the linebacker out of the middle, bring him off on the edge. We know throughout the game when they get an standing outside defensive end or player that the guy that is next to him is coming inside. Take away the inside. And he's low on top of that. And then that creates havoc for us, and we can't get those blocks made.
Well, it is 2nd and 10. Bringing a man in motion across the formation. Hand it off inside to Evans. Jukes a little. Couple. Maybe 3. They're moving the pile. Actually, we're going to move it forward. They gave us a little extra time there. Got it up to the 41. So, give you to at least a mid-range here on 3rd down.
Well, and that's better because Coach Lewis has that play call on his play sheet too. You know, it's hard to have a play that's 3rd and 26, you know.
Yeah. Well, if you get 3 or 4 here, 4th and 2 feels a whole lot better.
Oh, it does.
And, you know, now you're down 16-14, so you might change the way you approach the game a little bit.
Yeah.
Going to be a 2-back set. Murphy and Evans in the game. Got to get going. 5 seconds on the clock. Snap it. Hand it off inside to Murphy. Going to have to outrun them, get to the left, and they do a good job. There was nowhere to go in the middle, and a good job of pursuit from the Greenville Lions, and you're going to lose a couple.
Yeah, just all the way around. You know, when we come off the ball, we're not coming off with a low hat. We're just kind of standing up, but they see that, you know, they're not pass blocking, and so their pursuit, they're playing us run more than anything else.
Well, brings out the punt unit on 4th and 7. Takes you out of any kind of fake, probably.
Yeah.
So Zuniga waiting for the snap. Good snap there. Gets it off. And going to bounce at the 30. Going to go out of bounds. That's a good kick. Kept it away from the return man. It's going to go out of bounds at about the 26. So Greenville, with all the momentum, gets the ball now here with 9:22 to go.
Defense, defense, defense. That's all you can say. You just want them to show up. Let's do something different than we did that last series right there, because the way we played that last series is has got to be a wash. You've got to push that out of the way and do something different individually for starters. You need to play your position harder. You need to play with lower pads, whatever it may be. You got to do something different this series right here.
Well, we had 3 turnovers in the ball game. We sure Greenville's been behind the chains in a long time.
God,
really,
you're right.
this half.
You're right.
So the quarterback drops back.
Tackle over.
Sanders is the quarterback still. Brings a man in motion to the other side. Going to hand it off. Coming to the right side.
Tackle.
Got a little space. Tigers get out there and get him. That's Lewis. His helmet comes off and gets him out of bounds, and he's going to have to go out of the game.
I thought I was going to be the good luck charm and not have a helmet pop off tonight, but
yeah, we made it all the way to the fourth quarter, right?
That's a record.
So 3rd down and about 4 here. So Tigers, again, need to have a good stop right here. Not let them get close to that first down marker.
Yeah, they outnumbered us there. They had the wing and the tackle over, blocking down and pulling backside, and we aren't even catching them from the backside with everybody pulling. So they had the whole front line on the right side right there.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to call a timeout with 8:36 to go, up 16-14. And I don't know, Raymond, what's the feel like there on the sideline? There's got to be some frustration there on the offensive side.
yeah, I think there's frustration on both sides, mainly from Coach Rogers right now. That 4th and 1 play just kind of, I think, broke their back at this. And, the game's not over, but that was tough to come back from. And, I think when he harkens back to some of that old school stuff, those are things that y'all didn't let happen, although it did happen once with Waxahachie in 82.
Yeah.
Yes, it did.
It's what you've been saying all night, just over-pursuing and trying to tackle with your shoulder. And just the art of tackling is definitely a lost one.
Yeah, not a lot of form tackling, run through, grabbing up. So a lot of bumping into people. But and you see it at every level. It's not just high school. So it is 3rd down and 4, and big 3rd down right here for the Tiger defense. Going to hand it off inside, and going to have some progress. Going to stop him short, but it's going to be awfully close. They're going to get to the 35, so you're about a yard short. So it gives them the opportunity, if they want to, see if they change the way they play with a lead.
Well, and I'm liking the way we played this. We've taken them to 4th down to make them have to make a play. But here, we have got to penetrate. We've got to stay low. And we've got to be able to scrape. We got to stay at home on the outside because if he bounces it, we need to make plays.
Same
Jump in there and make that play.
There it is.
Get it.
And there they go. They follow it up. Helmet comes off with Jaden Jones and the whole crew, guys.
Hey, man, we're fixing to get messed around down here by this guy.
He's up, Cornell. Good.
Come on. That needs to be both sides. That does not need to be one way. We'll see what the call is.
He was getting roughed up there a little while he was on the ground.
Hopefully they see that. There's flags, at least 2.
Talking about earlier in the game, that's been going on for a while. Their interior line has been, kind of egging this on the whole night, and a little extra push here or there, a little extra contact on the ground, that type of stuff.
See what the call is. They did not make the first down.
Well, he's pointing to Greenville as well, so hopefully it's offsetting.
But there's the 3rd flag here. What's that 3rd flag?
It better be a hold, if anything. They got 3 out there.
Eugene Rogers may explode here if it goes against us.
Oh, gosh, and it looks like the way they marked it. No.
It's
going to be close.
Oh, it's close to that line. I think it's short.
It's close.
Richie, was the flag dead ball, you think?
I would think that the unsportsmanlike that he should call ought to be dead ball fouls.
Well, this tells you that the play will probably count, right? Since they're gonna measure it.
Yeah.
So.
Yep. And evidently, all 3 flags are dealing with shoving and pushing and
silliness.
Yeah, silliness. That's a great way to put it. Being silly. Let's watch this.
Pull it.
Oh, yeah.
It's short.
Oh, yeah.
It is short. Tigers take over. All right, Tigers hold on downs. They get great field position here as Greenville kind of goes for it deep in their own territory again. This gives the Tigers a great opportunity here to punch this in, or at least maybe get in field goal range.
Get that play called, get their attention, and let's get it. Let's go. They still haven't shown to us what's going on.
Well, they showed our ball, so it needs
part of it.
They just need to be offsetting. Let's go, right?
Yeah, just make the call. They're not kicking anybody out.
Yeah, and they're replacing the footballs right now with one of ours. So.
Okay, that's a good thing.
You know what, guys, when I think of Corsicana Greenville, I always think about 2000. You know, we beat them at home to open the season 17-0 and end up getting 5 shutouts in the regular season and then meet them again in the playoffs. I think it was the 3rd round. 16-9 game, very competitive, and the Sheriff, Ken Jones, making a key stop on 4th and 1. Quarterback fake it up the gut and looks like he's going to make it to the right side, and Ken Jones just comes out of nowhere and levels him and preserves that win. But it's definitely not 2000 anymore. Both those programs were kind of at the height of things back then. And, of course, then we know what happened next week with Denton Ryan. But
was Coach Sedbury the head coach at that time?
I think that's correct.
Senior.
Now, was that the year against Ryan where they snapped the ball with no time on the clock and they let them count it for a touchdown?
That would be the year. And
that's our perspective anyway, right?
Yeah, and that play put Denton Ryan and James Battle on the map. And of course, they've maintained that 25 years later, or 20 years later, 24 years later.
So the Tigers have got the ball now. They got a chance. Now this is your opportunity, Coach. Let's make the most of it.
2 unsportsmanlikes for each team, or 1 for each team. Don't know the number because he either doesn't have a mic or it wasn't on, but at least we've got an unsportsmanlike on 1 player from each team here. I would dare say Cornejo is one of them.
Yeah, and he's, as Raymond pointed out, he was the one kind of taking the end of it, taking the beating, and he had enough.
Yeah. Well, he's got to be smart this next 7 minutes and 54 seconds because he's vital.
Yeah, he's playing both ways, you know. And
don't care what they say, don't care what they do. Walk away and go be with your teammates, and let's line it up and get it. Run that ball.
Here we go. First down. Tigers hand it off up the middle. Murphy, he's got a little room. 35, he pushes on past the 30 down to the 28. So nice gain of 8 right there on first down. That's what we were doing earlier in the game.
Yes, and it's the same defense that they were doing earlier. And they've done it, you know, when we first came out in the third quarter, they had a change-up. Well, they hadn't stayed with that change-up very long. They haven't needed to.
Yep.
They've pretty much owned the line of scrimmage here defensively as well.
Well, here we go. It's 2nd and 2, 4 wide. Coming up the middle over the A-gaps. Hand it off to Murphy. He hesitates. Pushes forward. There's a flag.
Oh, my goodness.
Way behind the play, outside the play.
It's holding us.
And it's the one thing you can't do on 2nd and short, right? You can't go 10 yards back. If you get no yards, you got 3rd and 2.
I wonder who he's throwing that on, though.
It's way outside of the play.
Well, he threw it back toward where the play was made. So what in the world are they seeing on our side that they don't see on their side? Don't worry about it, Rich. You'll be all right.
10-yard penalty back to the 38.
Sheesh.
2nd and 12 now.
Here
Tigers,
we go.
Again, get a great play on first down. Get stymied on second down, and on top of that, you have a hold, so you go back 10. So the Tigers need to come up with a play here on 2nd and 12.
And on top of that, you lose your starting left guard to injury.
Okay, good point there, Raymond. Looking down the field, throwing deep. He's got a man. He's going to be almost picked off. There was early contact from the receiver. I think he got bailed out because the safety came over and had a play on the ball.
Yep. Let me look and see who threw that at.
That was Turtle.
Oh, it was? Okay.
So he had space. Ball just took a little while to get there as it hung up, and safety had a chance to come over and make a play. But
did a good job with the pass protection.
Yep.
Murphy came over and picked up the outside blitzer. Had the protection up front. Gave plenty of time to make a good throw. It was a good throw, and They just had 2 on our 1.
We got Brown down here by himself in man coverage. Gonna hand it off though. Got a little room. Goes backwards. Is that Murphy?
And another flag from the line judge over here.
Hopefully offside defense. Let's think. Think
To
positive.
the middle of the field. So.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's a hold.
God.
We haven't had this many holding calls this season, have we?
No.
In the game?
And that's the second one he's called on us. I don't get it. I don't know why he's not calling them on their side, because they're closer to him so he can see. In fact, we're so much further away from him with our line of scrimmage, how we change it, and goodness gracious.
So back to the 42. You got to get to the 26. So second, third.
Yeah, third.
16, right?
Yep.
Maybe more, maybe 18. Braylon Jones looking to throw. He throws it underneath, and it's going to be incomplete. And behind, man, those guys talk a lot of trash to be 0-6. So
he took a big hit.
Yep, that's not good. He's still down. It's going to be 4th down. So 4th down now. Again, really, even if it's caught, he was going to be hit right at the time he's going to catch it. So,
yeah, Coach Lewis did not like the fact that there was no call there.
A little bit late on the hit of the quarterback, huh?
Yeah, I think it was, we talk about wanting to hit people, and those guys, they hit, and he's coming at him. He's not slow playing him. He's not chesting him up. He is head and shoulder hitting him. So I think that's one of their complaints.
Braylon Jones walks off the field with assistance.
And get your punt team out there and let's get it off. Let's play defense.
6:40 to go. Down 2. So if you can pin them back here and come up with a stop. So Hale goes back deep. Again, 1 man back. They do play a little bit off now. Only 9 guys on the scrimmage. Snap. Drops the ball. So he's going to be sacked right there. And that was a good snap. That was just a drop ball from Zuniga.
Perfect snap.
So again, getting out of our own way sometimes has been the hardest part.
That is the hardest part. It is the hardest part.
So Greenville takes over on our side of the field at the 47-yard line.
Yeah, that's tough to
That's tough to take.
Yeah, that's tough to take.
Yeah. Let's imagine how Coach Rogers feels.
Oh, I can imagine. Yeah, that is one truly instance that I can't imagine how he feels.
You felt it once or twice, haven't you?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely.
So Greenville's going to come out and they're going to milk this clock and they're going to pound the ball. So just guessing here. And they hand it off inside. Get behind. Tigers do a much better job there. He's going to have a short gain. They're going to give him the 45. So gain of a couple, but Tiger defense rallied pretty good there.
You couldn't ask for anything better. And it's almost like they're in the mode on that play right there of just, hey, let's just take time away. They're not in a big hurry now. They'll be very slow about how they run the play. At least I think they are.
Yeah.
You got 15 seconds on the play clock. And they're running it down.
Hand it off, coming to the right side. Got his crease. Tigers, good job. Got to get Turtle a helmet that fits. He brings him down, but it's not till he gets the first down. Goes down to the 34-yard line.
That was too easy.
Yes.
That was too easy. We didn't attack. We didn't disrupt. That was just too easy. I hope we're not getting that feel of this is the way it's going to be, and we just kind of give into it. We're 2 points down. Hold them, get the ball back. Let's kick a field goal and win the game.
There's a handoff inside. Juking around. Tigers are going to stop him. Going to pick up about 3 or so on the play to the 31.
Escamilla disrupted that play, playing defensive end. He disrupted that play. Took out the lead blockers. We had some linebackers come up and make a play right there for a short gain.
Kept him to 2 yards.
Yeah, no joke.
So 2nd and 8. Tiger defense. Man, Cornejo has played a lot of football tonight. He's played a lot of defense. And every snap of offense, of course. Bringing the man in motion, going across to the left side. Going to hand it off straight ahead. Kicks it outside to the left. Tigers there. There's a hold finally.
Hey, Mr. Umpire, glad you made it to the game.
And it would be a first down if not for the hold. But
I don't recall him making very many holding calls. It always seems like it's the back judge, the referee. Yeah. Well, thank you, Mr. Umpire.
So that's going to be marked from around the 32.
That's a poor attitude. I need to quit that, Rusty. That's bad. That's bad.
And as we all know, holding can be called pretty much on every play. Some are more blatant than others,
yes.
right?
And it's when it gets lopsided, when you know somebody else is holding, that's when it gets frustrating.
So the ball comes back to the 41, so big penalty right there against Greenville. Now the Tigers need to make them pay like it's cost the Tigers on those kind of penalties.
4:35 and counting here in the fourth.
So 17, I believe, to go here on 2nd down. Maybe 18. Bringing that man over to the right side. Going to hand it off. Nope, rolling out, looking to throw it inside to the short man. And Alan Walker with a nice play to bring him down for a short gain.
Great play, and also getting him out of bounds to stop the clock.
36-yard line. Gain of 5. Going to be 3rd and 12. Obviously, I'm sure they're going 4-down territory here.
It'd be interesting to see what he does.
Well, I mean, certainly showed he wasn't afraid to kick a field goal.
No, sure wasn't.
But I would think he might want to get a few more yards. They're going to do that.
All right, so they're going to do something different. There's no tackle over here.
3rd and 12.
So get ready for some kind of throw, I would think.
Got trips out to the left.
Yeah.
Tigers coming on a blitz. Got pressure. It's going to be a screen pass. Got a little room. The Tigers rally. Get him on the ground. Good job out here by Damon Brown. Again, makes a lot of tackles from that cornerback spot. Got in underneath and was able to get the screen back down. Got up to about the 33-yard line, and it's going to be 4th and pretty long.
Yeah.
Good rally right there. It could have been a lot worse.
Yes, and I don't know if you could tell it on the screen for those of you that are watching at home, but that quarterback, it's like he's taking a little soft shot under a basketball goal to get the ball over to the back.
They're going to run this clock down and then call a timeout, I'm assuming, here with 3:25 and so, and they're going to call timeout now, I guess.
No?
They just take the penalty?
Let's see.
Yep. Just take the penalty. I guess they're going to kick it.
Yeah, coach is raising Cain. Nobody called timeout, Holmes. And he didn't go over to the official to call timeout. Nothing was done.
Don't give him the timeout. Don't give him the timeout.
How do you give in to that, Mr. Official? I don't understand that. I really don't. There was nobody that called timeout. So
Jaden Johnson for Greenville, he's gone for 191 and 2 touchdowns here today. Sanders he's 9 of 11. Doesn't seem like that, but he's had a lot of little dump-offs.
Yep.
And for the Tigers, Jabraylon Jones is 6 of 14. 43 yards with a touchdown. And Keenan Murphy, leading carrier, 13 for 59. Christian Evans, 10 for 46. And that is the kind of the stat line here. Thank you, Tom. It's going to be 4th and 9 as they do give him the timeout. And they keep the offense on the field.
Make that coach call a timeout. It's not, we ain't in the NFL where you say, hey, John, we're calling a timeout.
Yeah, we want to run it down to 1 second and call a timeout.
Call the timeout. Make him work.
So Tigers are coming on the blitz, throwing the ball, throwing it down the field. Tigers pick it off. It's Devon Brown, his second pick. He's got a little roof. He can get outside.
You better
Makes
look
the
out,
quarterback
boys and
miss.
girls.
He's got a chance. It's the wrong way. He got a man with an angle. He's at the 25, 20, 15. Pushed out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. And normally on 4th down, you like to not take that interception, but he had room. That's just like a big punt return right there for Devon Brown. He is your big playmaker again here for the Tigers.
Oh, yes. And I love that the anguish and all the bad feels that we've been having have now come over to the red side. I love it. Now the blue and gold need to take their time, put this ball in the end zone, and call it good.
Where's the ball going, Raymond?
I think there was a flag after the play.
Oh, unsportsmanlike. You got to be kidding me.
Again, when you're two programs like this and you don't know how to react in these situations, you do stupid stuff at times.
Did you see what happened?
No, I didn't. I was all the way on the other end of the field. I was looking for hankies back there because I expected a flag against us for something.
Man, it seems like every time we have a big play, we get a call. And so that takes you from the 15-yard line where you're in field goal range if you don't make a yard to now it's a 47-yard field goal if you don't make a yard. It's a little frustrating.
It is.
And if we did it, I mean, we deserve to be frustrated with ourselves because none of us saw what happened.
All right, we see how they're playing. They're playing soft. Man, they're going to bring a inside-out rusher right there.
This is locking the quarterback for Jabraylon Jones, who went out hurt, and that's a carry up to about the 26-yard line.
Hey, we'll take that for sure.
So it's going to be 2nd down and 6.
This is the time the offensive line needs to shine. They need to grit their teeth, come together, and go get it. Keep your mouth shut and play football because you've seen we've got 3 unsportsmanlike calls right now, 2 against us. So it's time for us to play and shut up. Let's go.
So 2nd down and 6 for the Tigers. Low snap, handoff to Evans. Cuts it up. He's got room. He's pushing forward. He's going to be right at the marker. He will have the first down as he gets it inside. Well, our side says the 19. Their side says the 20. They're going to give him the 19.
It's going to be a first down, Tigers.
First down inside the red zone.
We didn't pick up that B-gap blitzer who's right in front of our face, and luckily Evans outran him because we could have been stopped for a loss. We've got to communicate and pick those things up. That's all they're going to do to us now.
2:05 in the clock and counting. Waiting for the snap. Going to hand it off.
There we go.
Kick it out left. Got a little space. If he can beat that man. That's a great tackle from the inside from that backer or safety right there. Brings Evans down at about the 16 or 17.
He was able to make that tackle because Evans kind of hesitated and thought about cutting it up in there. And when he saw him, he bounced it back. But, heck, we still have the ball in our possession. It's 3rd and long, 2nd and long.
Yeah, 2nd and 7 here for the Tigers.
We got this play.
1:36 to go. Throwing a quick pass. You got to make that block.
That's ridiculous. We got to block him.
He's going to catch the ball and go down as his outside receiver just runs by the defender, and he had a free run at the slot at Pete Ruiz on the bubble, and we lose the yardage we just gained.
115.
Go back to the 20.
110 and counting here. It's a 3rd and 10 situation for the Tigers.
Field goal will win it.
Heck yeah.
So we don't have to be desperate right here.
No, we do not.
We just have to
and we're in
good
control.
shape. Yes.
We are in control.
Going to hand it off to Evans going to the right side. Got a little room out there. Takes it out. He's not going to get the first down, but he's going to get inside the 15, down around the 12. 13 is where they're going to mark him out. All right, what do we do here, boys? Punt?
Kick it.
Kick?
Yep, kick it.
Raymond, what do you vote for?
Too nervous to vote.
Run it down and call timeout. Well, I guess he went out of bounds.
He went
so
out
you
of
don't have
bounds,
to run.
yeah. Kick it.
I started to go behind the field goal post, but then I thought I don't want to jinx Zuniga. So
Timeout called by the Tigers here
Good
with
job.
47
Good
seconds
job.
left.
Yeah. Well, nice bounce back play on that 3rd and long.
Yes.
It should have never been in that situation to begin with. It's doing your job.
Man.
It's making sure you're getting it taken care of.
If we just get in front of that outside, that cornerback, don't give him a free run.
Yeah.
He's got a chance to get good yardage out of it, at least positive yards.
Yep.
So it's going to be a 4th down. Is at about 4, it looks like.
Okay, the ball will be spotted. What is that, the 13? Looks like it's on the 13. Yep. And so you go 7 yards back from that, if that's their distance for the kicker.
That is the kick unit.
You go 7 yards back from that. It's going to be a 30-yarder. We got to get the snap,
Yes.
get it down, and kick it. Just get that snap in those hands. This should be the best snap you ever make in your life. That's what you're thinking.
Snap, hold, kick, right?
Snap, hold, kick. And then defense will do the rest. Let's go.
Sophomore Giancarlo Zuniga, the biggest kick of his career. Chance to give the Tigers a lead with
Make it
47
happen.
seconds.
Make it happen.
He calls for kick is would not be good.
Hey, I love it.
They called timeout. Good job, Coach.
Yeah. Keep it
Iced
on. Good job.
Sometimes that backfires on you.
Now they got the nerves out. Got the nerves
Does
out.
the coach have the nerves out? Does he change his mind and go for it? So.
Yeah. He had other coaches down here away from him that going, yeah. They were going, yeah, he missed it. And then they stop, and it's like they let out the balloon.
Yes.
Oh.
So 4th down and 4. 47 seconds to go.
Hey, I didn't even watch him. Did he actually go over there and call timeout?
Yes.
I'll be darned.
Yeah.
He sure did.
Sure.
Yeah, I'll be darned.
you know, guys, I don't know if you saw this, but the field judge I was raving about in the first half, he was all the way over by the pylon, and they were about to snap the ball, and I think he realized I'm supposed to be under the goalpost on this side. There was one guy back there till almost the whistles.
Wow.
Come on, Giancarlo. Big kick here, buddy.
Just relax, man. You're kicking it through just like you do in practice. Coaches put you in this position. In practice, he puts you in it.
You know they do pressure field goals. You know
Yes,
they
they
get in
do.
practices this way.
Yes, they do.
So here we go. Snap, hold, kick. Oh, it's partially blocked. It's partially blocked. Goes into the end zone. Greenville holds.
Mayo sitting flat on his rear wondering where the flag is.
Yeah, you're not supposed to head up, hit the center. Don't call that. And he's asking for it.
And I wasn't even watching.
No.
Yeah, I was too busy watching the snap, hold, and kick.
So they will have the ball at the 20, right?
Yep, they will. Ball will be at the 20.
And all they've got to do is take a knee as there's one timeout left. The Tigers were in position to win it. They had a chance.
Yep. Played out like I hoped it would. But hey, we're learning every day.
Yep. So Greenville comes out, chance to get their first win of the season. Tigers do have a timeout, but they only have one. They go into their victory formation.
Yeah, I don't know if Coach Rogers would even call it.
No, I wouldn't think so.
He's proven that before.
So,
yep.
Clock's.
Well, there we go.
Yeah, they will not have to run another play.
No.
Unless we call the timeout. Well, Raymond, it was an exciting game. Did a great job. We appreciate you being with us for the sideline, taking taking over for Chuck for the day.
Yes, sir. Y'all get your man Chuck back next week, and got Kaufman coming to town.
Yep, going to be a battle next week as Kaufman's had a good season. So, man, what a big play by Brown. Unfortunately, did not lead to the W, Coach.
No, it didn't. It didn't, and that's once again we're swallowing a pill that we do not like to have to take. We had our opportunity there at the end, and it played right into what you'd hope it play in there for you, give you a chance to do your part and win the game, and it ended up getting blocked. And I wish I'd have watched more of the line just to see who blocked it and where they came from. Because if Cornejo's on the ground, it makes me wonder, but that's not going to be we got the ball got back there, we had our chance, and so just didn't happen.
What did it look like from your point of view? It didn't look like a solid kick, like you got it up in the air enough, but it was hard to tell where I was standing.
Yeah, it was tough to tell as we have some situations going on. Cornejo is not happy with the way things have gone against him, as they were certainly seem to be taking opportunities to get to him. They're going to walk him out. But it looked like it was in the middle, Raymond. To me, it looked like kind of that block came right through that middle area. And I don't know if it had enough height. But anyway, it's tough. Let me give you some district scores here before we leave. Midlothian Heritage big over Crandall, 56-3. And it makes you wonder what happened to Crandall. Poteet over Kaufman, 27-21.
Wow.
How about that? Mesquite Poteet, no fluke there. And let's see, the other game is Terrell over Ennis, 41-36. 2 minutes left in the ball game. So
another wow.
Yes, another wow. And then some area scores. Mildred, where'd they go? Mildred with a 26-7 win over Cayuga. That was tied earlier. Kearns is up over Frankston 39-35 with 50 seconds to go. Rice Bulldogs up 52-0 over Dallas Inspired Vision, whatever that is.
Whatever that is, yeah.
All right. Stephen Nutt tells me the block came from the left outside guy. Thank you, Stephen.
Attaboy.
And
we've had trouble with that before, by the way.
Yes, we have. And then Cedar Hill TLC, whatever that is, beat Blooming Grove. So
wow.
So
okay.
There you go.
I guess those TLC and the Vision School are in UIL somehow. Yeah. Charter schools, maybe.
Yes. Wasn't that Dion's old school? I think it was. No, was it TCA?
That was TCA, yeah.
By the way, I'll just leave you guys with this. This will be the last thing I say tonight. But in the absence of the band who left at halftime to get ready for UIL tomorrow, the Calicos sang the full school fight song.
Oh, I like it. And the football team was there for it. So thanks to Raymond. Great job here tonight. And appreciate you making the trip and doing great work for us. And, obviously there's no way around it. This is disappointing to lose a game that was within grasp to win there.
Yeah, a true opportunity to win the football game and to win out, in great style.
Yep.
It all starts with that interception. They get greedy and want to throw the ball. We intercept it, take it down, and begin to do our thing. The unsportsmanlike, we got to stop those because that brought us back to the 30. Yep. And as you see, we ended up getting to the 13-yard line there. But we still had mistakes on taking care of your responsibility throughout that short series there. And since Stephen saw it, there's going to be a mistake that was made that didn't get taken care of if they're coming from the defensive left side, coming from our right side. We had trouble with that before, and those kind of things have to be fixed. You got to be perfect. As bad as I hate to say it, you got to be perfect in order to finish off those opportunities there.
Well, it's again frustrating loss, but another game the Tigers were in that they've had a lead in at some point.
Yep.
And, we played 2 good quarters. Then we played parts of good quarters here in the second half. But a 4-quarter game, is what Coach Rogers is wanting to have happen. Yeah. And I know he is frustrated by that not happening, and certainly, you know,
that third quarter,
you put guys in position, they got to make the plays. You can't drop a punt, you know, and give them the ball 20 yards the other way.
Yeah.
You can't create penalties, and again, you know, I'm not watching. You know, I doing play-by-play. I've got to follow the ball, so I don't get to see the
when they become 40-year-olds, 30-year-olds, they can't have those same type of habits.
And this is not a new phenomenon, right? How long have we been watching this? I mean, it's happened the last, I don't know, however many years that it's going on, and that's something it's slow to change. And coach can't come in here in 6 games and have that change if that's your fallback. And, you know, you fight it. But the fact is, he came in January, not a full coaching staff. You know, it takes a while to get that going. They got to have a full off season this year, and people will do what coach wants you to do, or you won't.
Yeah, and that's key right there. His off season was not the ideal one.
Of course not.
You know, he was able to get Coach Lewis.
Right?
Yeah, so he's getting Coach Lewis down, maybe 1 or 2 other coaches that come at different points in time, and he's dealing with coaches that are still on staff that probably will not be on staff, but they've got to do their job, and you're asking them to do work. So, but this offseason will be great.
Yep.
We got 3 more games to play, and they've got to.
Hey, none of these guys really scare you. I mean, nobody. Look, they're playing,
especially after the.
I mean, Terrell's over Kaufman, or was playing with Kaufman, and Ennis is losing to, you know. So those are teams that we can compete with.
Yep.
And we're in every game. We've made runs in every game. It's just a matter of finishing the game. And you know, tonight we did as close to doing that as we've done since first game of the year against Cleveland, and it's progress. And you know, we just got to find a way to be more consistent offensively.
Yeah, and all, you know, and everywhere.
I
mean, everywhere. You know,
you can't give up 7 and 8 yards of carry on first down either. So
and you can't come out in the third quarter with the ball and have 2 series where you do absolutely nothing. That can't happen. Especially
your defense gives you the ball in their territory.
Yep.
You had several opportunities in the opposing team's side of the field. You got to cash in.
Yep.
So.
And especially when you've got the lead.
Yes.
You got to come out fired up and ready to go and finish things off. But, hey, progress.
Making steps.
Yeah, making steps. It's a process, Coach. They've got to execute. They're getting better. It's not happening all at the same time. We've got little spurts here and there in different areas, but it hadn't all happened together. And when it happens together, then that's when you'll see more consistency from either side of the ball.
Well, I tell you, this is a big week for the program. How do you respond? After losing a game you think you should have won.
Yep.
After coming into the game you think, okay, we can beat these guys, and you don't win. How do you respond? So do you show up for practice on Monday? Do the fans sit at home and tell their kids, oh, man, y'all aren't any good, or it's all right, don't go? That's the problem. We can't have that. You got to be at practice. You got to respond to this. We got to go out, and we got to work to get better. And there's 3 games left. Chance to win some games, right? You know, people aren't going to be expecting you to win. Go out and win some games here. Win 2 or 3 games here to end the season on a good note, and get ready. Get that momentum going into the offseason.
Yep. Because we've got the ability to make things happen.
Yes.
We just
very clear.
Yeah, and it's just got to be here. The third quarter pretty much was our boogaboo.
Yep. It's always something there.
Yep. It was this week, or this game.
Well, let's see. Tom's got us total yards for the Tigers on offense, 135. The Lions had 217 yards of total rushing and 97 passing. And again, a lot in between the 20s, and we were able to make things happen with the turnovers and the fourth down stops. But, you know, being able to cash in, we weren't able to do that except for the first series or two. So.
Sure. Yep.
Well, it's again another tough night here for the Tigers as they go down 16-14. Had an opportunity there with a field goal at the end to get the win, and it was partially blocked, and so prevents the win. But anyway, we appreciate Raymond stepping in and Adam and his crew. Man, just doing a fantastic job here on the road. As always, gets here 8 o'clock in the morning. He leaves about midnight, and that's what it feels like, doesn't it? So,
hello, Coach.
All right, we got a long trip home, Richie, so
we do.
Let's get after it. And so we appreciate you guys for joining us and sticking with us, and stick with this team, stick with this coaching staff, and stick with these kids.
Amen. I couldn't say it any better.
All right, Coach, thanks for tonight, and we appreciate you for joining us. So we'll be back with you at home next week from Community National Bank and Trust Stadium against the Kaufman Lions, and we'll try to get that W there. So until next week, we wish you all a good night. God bless, and go Tigers.